Hello. Hello. Hello, people of the world.
Hey-o.
What's up, guys?
Skoden.
Yes. Yeah. So it is us, Canadiens and Tomahawks podcast. We are here with the NHL Expansion Draft live stream. You guys know me. I'm Alex. You know Zach. That is Zach. We have some other guests here. We have Kyle from here in Puckburg, Ryan from No Credentials Required. We have Andrew from Short Shift Podcast, and we have good old Fink from What a Hockey. Boys, what is up?
Dude. I know, just leaking all over the place.
I'm so
that's not very ladylike.
I'm without a phone right now. So I spent all day at my real person job, so I had no idea what would happen. I came home to find out that Frank Cervalli had committed war crimes on ESPN's television coverage of the expansion draft.
Yeah, pretty much. basically just PO'ing every fan base off and basically just ruined ESPN's day of like, oh, it's our first day ever of covering the NHL, and he's just like, no one gives an F about you. It's like, I'm just going to just ruin everyone's day.
Frank needs to be punished and go play in Buffalo for a year.
No. And then Pagula will sign him to a 3-year deal.
Oh yeah.
And then they're going to
be the captain.
Ship him off to like the far desolate place in Russia and just give him Russian gas for the next like 5 years and see how he fares.
Vladivostok.
Oh. Oh man, dude.
What the fuck is fun in Game of Life?
Dude,
no, good lord. All right, so obviously,
wow, dude, nice echo. Nice echo.
Yeah, man, appreciate it. So obviously, Twitter happened. Okay, so we pretty much know who's going to be picked from each team, but there's a lot of stuff that's still going to happen. We have all of the extra trades that are going to be going on. That there were 10 trades in the Vegas expansion draft, and they're expecting them to be significantly more today because right now with the rumored players that they're going to be selecting, Seattle's sitting at a cool $41 million in salary cap. That's not even close to the floor. So there's a lot that has to happen.
Oh yeah. There's no way they're going to go into they do have free agency and all the UFAs they also have to get because they've picked a lot of UFAs, so they could get above that. But yeah, dude, there's no way they're going to roll in with $41 million before everything else goes down. Like, let's be honest here, stuff's happening.
So, Alex, what did you think of Seattle taking Gavin Bayreuther instead of Max Domi?
Everyone's like, who?
Well,
who?
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
I'm
okay with it, honestly. I mean, I was kind of expecting Domi to be taken.
So were we on the short shift. We pretty much we predicted it would be Domi. Actually, our new co-host, Low Quality Bruins fan, fucking went on a rant about how much of an idiot Yarmo has made himself look in the last 18 months for keeping all the free agents in 2019 because it proves that they didn't have a plan, according to him. So maybe you two are going to have words at some point.
Oh, I'm sure we'll come to blows. I bet.
Hey, I just like the fact that they're going to go after John Quenneville and take no one else apparently from Chicago. So
allegedly,
allegedly, dude.
Allegedly.
Oh, I know. I mean, I doubt that because there's no way there's no side trade going on. Because like really, John Quenneville of all the guys. Could you at least take Zadorov off our hands so we have to pay him his 5.75 that he wants?
Is that his qualifying offer?
No. That's what he wants.
Oh, that's nice. And I want to be face down with a mouthful of chocolate at all times. It's not going to happen.
Is that a euphemism?
You know what? I'm not.
Is that double entendre, or is that you actually want M&Ms?
Like
no.
I'm not going. This is a family live stream, guys.
No, we're not.
I'm not going to believe.
No, we're not. Once Andrew gets on any show, is immediately explicit material.
Bro, Andrew's on for 2 minutes, and it goes from the G rating.
Explicit
to G rating to immediately R, where you're kind of creeping past.
What can I say?
Dude, it goes immediately from Finding Nemo straight to like
Deadpool. It's straight to Deadpool.
No, Deadpool's still pretty PG compared to what Andrew brings to the table some days.
Game of Thrones.
Sure, we'll go. Sure, never seen Game of Thrones, but I'll go with that. Then.
You know, you love it.
So
no, I'm not of the mindset of these leaks actually sticking around. I wonder if Ron Francis is fuming right now that his moment in the sun of selecting his team got ruined by Frank Saravelli, and I wonder if he's going to pull some grand move tonight. And I mean, Alex just talked about they have some cap room. I wonder if some really big moves are still playing for tonight.
I think so.
His moment in the sun was ruined the moment he hired Dave Haxtell.
Yeah, true. You're not wrong.
Well, I made a comment earlier. What if the NHL is pulling just a straight up Vince McMahon, and this is all going to be for pops, and every name that gets called,
Swerve! I want the swerve!
I want swerves. I want swerves for every call.
My God, that's Vladimir Tarasenko music.
That's exactly what I said.
Wait, it's Carey Price from the ceiling. What?
Yeah.
He's just gonna pull. He's gonna pull a Sting, just come from the ceiling and start baseball batting everyone.
That'd be great.
It's Gabriel Landeskog with a steel chair.
Or I saw someone.
That man's got a baby.
I saw someone post a GIF of Carey Price in Montreal after saying he's not going to get picked, like Kevin Nash when he was in the wheelchair, and then he just stands up like he's okay. He's like, "Oh, it turns out all those health problems were actually just."
Shawn Michaels. Yeah, Shawn Michaels.
Oh man, dude.
Yeah. The stream starts and Ron Francis is standing there with the leak list, and he just gives the.
and then he power bombs. I don't know. Gary Bettman through a table.
I would pay to see that. No, Rod Brendamore comes out the back. He's like, "Here's our real head coach," and it's just Rod Brendamore going like, "What's up?" It's like,
then he's under the hacksaw.
No, even better. Ron Francis takes off. He comes out in a hood. Takes off the hood. It's Ray Shero going, "It was me all along, Frank Saravelli. It was me all along."
No, not Ray Shero. Jim Rutherford.
Oh,
and then he Stone Cold stuns Gary Bettman and then spray paints TNT on the back of him, and they all
somehow Cody Rhodes is in there.
Yeah,
TBS.
Oh man, dude.
I do have an update from the Dallas front. It looks like the deal for Alexiak's going to be a relatively cheap one, which kind of upsets me. It's going to be a $4.6 million deal for 5 years. So
thank you, Elliot Friedman.
So I think, why are you so heartbroken over losing Alexiak?
I'm not so much heartbroken over losing Alexiak. I'm more heartbroken over not having the $4.9 million in cap space that would have given us if they would have taken Bishop for the next 2 years. Because ideally, that's what a lot of people were. Well, I take that back. Stars fans are a different breed. They feel like they have ownership over these players, and I'm sure that's kind of echoed throughout the league. But everyone, even to the smallest guys, I see two names on this list right now, Bayreuther and Pitlick, that both played for the Stars that people are still like, I really wish they were still with the team. Bayreuther never had any time in the show. He had maybe 2 sips of coffee.
Bayreuther played less than 20 games for you guys.
Yeah.
Why is there an attachment?
Because he put the star on his chest. And
all right.
I mean, and I respect that. But that being said, it gets pretty frustrating. But I wanted the cap space. The Stars have roughly like $5.8, $5.9 million in cap space, but they need to sign at least 2 to 3 more defensemen, and if not, another 1 or 2 forwards and center. We've lacked in scoring. I think that's blatantly obvious. So I think a lot of people were, if you're looking at the cap space, were wanting Bishop to get selected. That being said, Alexiak had his best offensive year last year. It was only 6 goals. He's not a goal-scoring kind of guy. He's a big body. He's a tough guy. He's a slight bit of an enforcer. And up until today, he was the real big rig for us because he beat the shit out of Pat Maroon. So to us, he's always been the big rig. That being said, I think he's going to do great. I think he's going to be a fantastic anchor, no pun intended, from their logo in Seattle for that team. And hopefully, he flourishes and keeps doing well. But yeah, we at Wada Hockey were really more on the Ben Bishop train to get picked up.
Yeah, speaking of Ben Bishop, can we all just talk about how the fact that Seattle Kraken probably after Drager has probably the worst goalie setup ever? Because they're talking about this Vanek kid that they just got from the Capitals who got 21 wins this year. And I'm like, really? These are the 3 goalies you're going to run with this year? Supposedly, reportedly? Like, come on, really? These guys?
What were the alternatives? I mean, there's Carey Price which, okay.
Jonathan Quick's also on the board, but that's kind of suspect. I would say Ben Bishop. Ben Bishop would not have been a bad addition, though.
Yeah, but I think the thing with him is he didn't play at all last season. And if you watched anything with Dallas, he was supposed to come back at the same time Tyler Seguin came back. And there was a setback or something, so they just shut him down. And I mean, if you're a top tier goalie in the NHL, you don't play all season, that, especially with his track record, that leaves a lot of room for concern. And I guarantee you Seattle called somebody that knew something about him and said, hey, what's up with his rehab? Like, why did he not play last year? And why did he waive that no match clause? Like, there has to be something deeper going on. So I think that was a big reason. I will be completely surprised and astonished if Ben Bishop plays this season and they don't place him on LTIR with the intention of buying him out or just letting his contract ride out. Or we might see him retire. I don't know, but it's really suspicious to be that good of a goalie and miss the entire season.
Yeah, it's just weird of the fact that like you saw the goalie list that they're going to come out with supposedly, and you're like, man, really? Like outside of Drager, it just didn't make any sense. Like those are the other 2 guys you go with.
Well, Vanecek is pretty underrated, honestly.
I give him that. I give him that because he did get 21 wins. That is underrated, but it's just kind of like.
The thing about Vanecek is that not only did he get 21 wins, he wrestled the starting goaltender job from the anointed golden boy in Washington. You had to have done something pretty damn special to do that, and that's true. He was very, very, as someone who saw him 6 or 7 times this year, he was very respectable. And when he went out of that Washington series against Boston, the Caps were done. Samsonov didn't have it. Craig Anderson was half dead, and Vancouver was the only decent goaltending option that they had at that point.
No, that's very true. And the kid from Ottawa, that was a kind of more surprise for me. Like, I don't know what it was. They
Matt Murray, right?
They grabbed.
No, it's not Matt Murray.
Joey Decord?
Yeah, yes. Joey Decord, yeah. I was just like, everyone's like, who is this kid? Like,
he's just going to be a typical third string. It is what it is, but so while we're still vaguely on the Dallas topic, I want to get a quick comment from you, and then I'm going to talk to Ryan and Kyle about a good old thing that just happened recently. Fink, what's your thoughts on the rumors of Klingberg and Jones? Because you and I had a conversation on Twitter about this, and so, I want to get some.
This is another one. Obviously, Klingberg's stats are a little bit better, but he's not a big body. Jones is a bigger guy. He's 2 years younger. He's 25, if I remember correctly. And you potentially have the ability to bring Seth Jones back to Dallas, where he's from, where he grew up for a little while. His dad, Popeye Jones, played for the Dallas Mavericks. So there's history with that name in Dallas sports. And potentially get him going into his prime. And this is no offense to Columbus fans, no offense to their team, but they're not exactly the most dynamic offensive team. And now that's not saying the Stars are, don't get me wrong, but you have guys, instead of a half-assed Patrick Laine, Night King looking guy, and Domi, who has been questionable at best, injury prone to say the least. And then you put him on a team with Jamie Benn, Dennis Garionov, Rupe Hintz, just to name Miro Heiskanen. Imagine Seth Jones and Miro Heiskanen on a line together. Oh my God. Like, that's one of the most potent offensive defense line or blue lines in the league right off the bat, in my opinion. So it'll be really interesting to see what happens. Klingberg has been fantastic for Dallas. I don't have any issue with him. I think it's going to come down to, if this trade does happen, it's going to come down to the pieces that go along with it. Dallas acquired that pick from the Vancouver Canucks when they let Jason Dickinson go, because Dickinson was going to go to the Kraken. That was the rumor around here. So you got a 3rd-round draft pick for him in the upcoming draft. It'll be interesting to see if they can package some deals together and maybe get another key player from Columbus, because I know Columbus is on the verge, literally on toes off the diving board rebuild phase. So it'll be interesting to see what they do. Personally, I want to see Jones in Dallas. I think it'll be good. Everyone's been wanting the hometown kid, Blake Coleman, to come back. Whatever. Not going to be able to afford him. The kid played himself into a bigger contract. We don't have the cap space. Crush that dream now, Dallas fans. It's not going to happen. If it does, I'll eat my words. I don't care. But I think if you're going to get a hometown kid back, it's going to be Seth Jones.
Yeah, I can 100% agree with that. So, Kyle and Ryan, there's something interesting that happened between your two teams recently. Ryan Graves, thoughts, boys?
Love that trade for both of you guys.
Yeah.
He's a good Nova Scotia boy. In the words of Todd Cherry.
Yeah.
No, but I'm
Like,
happy with
go
ahead, Kyle.
No, absolutely. You need to run with it because I think you were the actual winner in this trade.
I mean, the Devils addressed the need. They needed size on defense. And look at their roster right now. The only guy who's a decently sized guy is Joonas Siegenthaler, but he's barely played with the team for 2 seconds. He's played for a cup of coffee right now. I know they just re-signed him they just extended him, but to have a big guy like Graves who can hit and could stay home and be a complimentary defenseman to somebody like, I don't know, a certain rookie defenseman who almost led the team in scoring, Ty Smith, be that kind of complimentary defense on one side, and just have him as kind of not so much an enforcer, but just another guy to stay back if Smith goes on the rush, because that's the kind of system that Lindy Ruff has, where guys it's forward rushing and try to get as many goals as you can. But I think just having more size on the back line is going to help the Devils in the long run, especially when you're trying to develop a goalie like Mackenzie Blackwood, who is right now he's the goaltender of the future. And COVID be damned, I know he had struggles with COVID this past year, amongst other things, like having a Swiss cheese defense in front of him. But I think having Graves and anybody who can get via the Rangers, the Rangers were very high on, they had to give him up to Colorado, and Colorado ships him to the division rival. It's just icing on the cake, baby. Let's go.
Yeah.
So
the Avs acquired Ryan Graves from the Rangers for Chris Begraw, and it was kind of a very under the radar move at the time. But his time with Colorado, he really flourished, and I think his only downfall was his size. He was too big, and like if you have a line and a team that's built of like Maseratis and Porsche, like those high-speed muscle cars, like his speed is noticeable. But when it comes to playing for a team like New Jersey, I've said it before, I think Ryan Graves can find superstardom in New Jersey just because he is that plug-and-play, light-up defenseman. He's got leadership skills. He sells out for his team. He's an incredible talent. And it only helps the Avalanche if they have to really shell out some money for Landeskog to take some of that money off the cap. And I think Malt said like $800,000, I think is his contract now. So, I mean, really freeing up some cap space for that move.
Hey, you want to? Hey, talking about trades real quick. Do you want to send us Brandon Saad back? We'll give you back Zadorov.
No, Brandon Saad's come back to Columbus. Shut up. Before we get going more, Shannon from the Slapshot Sweethearts is here. Hi, Shannon.
What's up, gentlemen?
What's going on, Shannon?
Me and the boys tonight, I see.
Playing with the boys.
Oh, jeez.
What's going on, Shan?
Oh, not much. Just went to the gym, had dinner, poured myself a beverage, and I'm ready to watch the draft I've already seen on Twitter today. So
That's avoided Twitter.
Wow.
I avoided Twitter from 12:30 on.
Really, Howard? You can't even say hi to me and Zach, but you're going to comment on Shannon's jersey? Go away. Go back to
I
Australia.
really didn't think I was going to get any use out of this jersey again until, October? So,
This whole Howard, go back to Australia. Be back in your lockdown again. Go away.
Yeah, put the tinnies in the stubby holders and all that crap you have down there. Hey, Shannon, who are you rocking tonight? Who do you have on the jersey?
It's Brett Marchand.
I can get
I thought
behind
that was 88.
The one and only. No, I have a Pasternak t-shirt, but my jersey is Marchand. And then the rest of my jerseys don't have players on it. It's staging money.
Okay. Quick poll in this chat. Who here is taller than Brad Marchand?
We're all taller than
I am the same height as Brad Marchand.
Ooh, 5'1". Ooh. Andrew, who are you wearing tonight? Who do you got on the jersey, or is it blank?
Nope, it's
Bergeron, isn't it?
Bergie.
Oh,
It's literally the only jersey I own because I'm poor.
gotta rub my boy tonight. Chicago Jesus, no longer.
I actually want to get your take on this, Zach. Is Ken Holland a mad genius or a fucking idiot? Go.
I will take the effing idiot route, please, for 500 because thank you so much for taking all of that retained salary. Because we don't need that.
Daily
Let's go, baby, dude. $850,000 and a third round pick. You give about $5.5. Thank you so much.
From a value standpoint, you traded away like.
All right, could someone get rid of the echo in the back? Someone's echoing off this. But sorry, what were you saying?
Sounds like Jesus.
Yeah, it's totally Jesus. No, so from value, that's like trading away a 2018 Ferrari and getting back like a 97 Honda Civic with rusted off doors.
I mean, the Civic somehow still runs. But
hey, it's got character.
Then one day the passenger side door falls off, and
yeah, I mean,
thank you, sir.
Hey, for the fact that somehow we got Caleb Jones and a third rounder for a prospect who we might never see Chicago, which is surprising since our entire team is young, and we got rid of that entire $5.5 million contract. Not upset about it whatsoever.
Zach, I will call this right now. Caleb Jones will be playing top 4 minutes for the Chicago Blackhawks at the end of this season, and it's going to be on merit. He has.
I'll see you guys later.
No, I'm serious. He was severely misused in.
I agree.
It does not like young guys. Except if they're Connor McDavid.
Hey, welcome to Chicago, where Jeremy Colleton loves the young guys for whatever reason. So, I'll agree with that. It's definitely going to be the top 4 minutes. Mm-hmm. KJ Sports. Everyone saying what's up to everyone.
It's KSJ Sports.
Whatever, dude.
Oh, his name's Kevin. What's up, Kevin?
Hey, Ryan, who are you rocking tonight on the jersey?
Nobody. It's blank.
Ooh.
I bought this jersey in the 90s, so I've had this for almost over 20 years.
That's why you get them blank. They don't go stale if you don't get a person on them.
True.
I'm also.
Think who are you rocking tonight?
I've got the team issued Antoine Roussel rookie jersey with the 60 before he changed over to 21.
Antoine Roussel.
I love. He is a guy in Dallas. That dude played his heart out every single night.
Would you take him back?
Flying Frenchman.
Jim Benning would blow somebody to take him back.
I would. I guarantee
oh my
you.
God.
This fan base would get on their knees and have dirt when they got up for sure. We love him here. He's fantastic. He plays his heart out. He would be a stellar bottom line kid to have back.
Oh my gosh, dude. Talking about jerseys that didn't age well, I have to put this and my Seabrook jersey way in the back of the closet.
Ooh, we hate to hear that.
See, that's why my jersey is blank, because that alternate Avalanche jersey is a Matt Duchene, and after I got that jersey, 3 weeks later, he was traded, and never again. So I tried to break that curse.
Blue Jackets legend,
retro,
baby.
And it's a Nazem Kadri.
Hey, at least you're not that dude in Edmonton. At least you're not that dude in Edmonton who just got his Caleb Jones jersey the day he got traded. Ooh. So don't feel too bad about that. That is what hurts.
This is where you get on your phone and you Google jersey assurance and get that fixed.
There you go. Hey, Fanatics, can I get a different jersey, please?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Though those Colorado alternates are real nice.
They're fresh. They are very fresh. Smooth. Yeah. So nice. Hey, they're a lot better than Detroit.
The only one nicer was Colorado's reverse retros.
Oh, those are excellent.
Colorado. Now, if you get rid of the blue pants and the blue helmet, you guys are set. Yeah, the blue pants are not.
I was not in. Yeah, I was not in for that meeting. I don't understand that move, but
yeah, that makes no sense.
So
at least not the Islanders, who made like no changes at all.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
they got their blue like 2 shades darker. Come on, those are huge changes.
Hey, can we all agree though? At least some teams did more work than Dallas and Detroit with their reverse retros.
Okay.
Speaking of the Islanders, I still think they're cowards for not going with the Gordon's fisherman again.
Dude, you have the
fisherman.
Thank you. Thank you, Andrew.
I know. Why not
coming
do
from
that?
a Devils fan?
Come on.
I thought that was a horrible look back in the day, but looking back now, I'm going, that's
those
awesome.
fisherman jerseys are pretty nice.
You have the perfect opportunity set in stone to use those again, and you're like, no. No, let's just say
you know what though? It would be kind of cool though if Boston kind of went back to the old brown and gold jerseys because they originally had like that cursive B. It was like a brown.
Shannon clearly
you
has
might as well bring Meth Bear back too while you're at it.
I'm down for Meth Bear.
I thought Dallas would have been great with a reverse retro Mooters jersey.
Amen.
Oh, no.
Amen.
Feek has it though. Look at it. He's got it right there, bro.
It's right there.
That's on the wall.
Wonderful.
I mean, that is such a polarizing logo. That and Blasty, which by the way, Blasty was my absolute favorite reverse retro.
Blasty was great.
I love that jersey. But yeah, those. Yeah. Oh man.
Speaking of Dallas, there you go.
Shan, real quick, since Sir Valley just carpet bombed the entire expansion draft, we basically already know that Boston's losing Jeremy Lauzon. Your thoughts?
I thought it was going to be dumb on Seattle's and not to take Lauzon. He's the best available from Boston. I mean, he's not dire for Boston to lose, but he's the best option for Seattle. The thing that confuses me, and I'm sure we'll get into it as we go pick by pick, but Seattle took a buttload of defensive prospects, and that's it. That was their day.
Yeah, I don't get that. That leads me into my next question for everybody. Shannon, we'll start with you. So in the Vegas expansion draft, there were 10 trades during the actual draft. How many do you think there is going to be during that? Because we're just about to get started.
Yeah, so Gary Bettman is getting booed on stage as we speak. So that's fitting. However, I'm going to go with lower. I'm going to say maybe 6. But then, like I said, they took so many young guys that make zero sense to me that they're leaving cap space for something.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was – I looked at it, and the alleged players that they have, it's going to be like $41 million in cap space.
Yeah, so I tried to calculate how much cap space they were going to have, and there was just so many, like, young prospects that didn't have a deal but weren't going to make any more that they took. It didn't – like, I know John Quenneville that they took from Chicago, I don't even think he has a contract right now. Like, it's a two-way deal.
Yeah. He's UFA'd actually, so we don't really have a contract with him, so no. I have no idea. There's a side deal. There's going to be a one.
And look, I know there were a couple teams that really left them like garbage to choose from. Like Vancouver left them literally nothing to pick from besides maybe Braden Holtby. But like they took garbage players from like 8 different teams. I was seeing the Frank Savarelli like leak all these players and like bad pick. Like.
Yeah, the only real big name that was taken was Giordano. I mean,
and he's supposed to be traded to the Rangers.
Yeah, supposedly.
Yanni Gord.
Ooh, Yanni Gord. Wow.
Wow, Yanni. They were idiots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then again, they did take Jared McCann, which
it's definitely going to get interesting.
They take Jared McCann, which makes the Maple Leafs look like morons right now. So
when did they not look like morons?
Thank you. Yes, thank
Sorry.
you. We're best friends now.
Yeah.
I love the fact that everyone's freaking out for the fact that, like you said, got rid of Jared McCann. Everyone's like, no. And Steve Dangle's like, maybe it was a long game to keep Kerfoot. So, I mean.
Allegedly.
We
don't know anything. It's all allegedly. Dude, I'm telling you.
We always got to keep doing the allegedly. It's just
I'm going to lose my mind if Seattle comes out and every single pick is completely different, and they
they
just
just
had the
burn it.
biggest role.
Yeah, because we talked about
love
earlier,
that.
just
You
burning the
kidding?
list, and it's
I
like,
love it.
have fun, have a good day with that.
That or
Like,
Frank Cervelli was just shit drunk at 9 a.m. this morning. He was like, I'm just going to piss every single person
Hey,
off.
you can't day drink unless you don't. If you don't begin the day, if you don't
No,
begin in the
excuse me,
morning.
hang on. You can't day drink unless you're Bob McKenzie.
Nah, that's right.
Yeah, I mean, Andrew, he does have a point.
It's
Yes.
very
Bob
Canadian.
McKenzie is the only one who's allowed to day drink.
So basically, all the banners that you made, Alex, for all the picks we have, the whole thing is wrong. You basically wasted your time with making all those banners because that would suck.
I'm a Blue Jackets fan. I waste a lot of time. It's fine.
Well, you do. Well, that's also very true.
But real quick, let's talk about the setting they have for this expansion draft.
It is nice. I'm not gonna
It's
lie. It's
awesome.
a perfect day.
Oh, Chris Fowler's there. Okay.
I was about to say,
Okay.
by God, Gary Bettman's on ESPN. What's he doing here?
He forgot which door to take. He's still trying to go hang out with Pierre McGuire up in
Deputy
Ottawa.
Commissioner Bill Daly actually takes
That's a very
the
close
commissionership
relationship
away
right
from
there,
him.
Alex.
Yeah, they were hanging out with Sidney Crosby. What?
Wait, was Pierre there?
Nope.
You already ruined it. You already ruined it.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Typical Blackhawks fan.
What do you guys think of Pierre getting a front office, not a front office gig in the NHL?
Whatever keeps you from hearing his fucking voice, I'm down for it. Sorry.
Introducing the next general manager of the Ottawa
I mean,
Senators in the
concept.
next
He
2 years.
was bad as a TV analyst because his original job was in front office assistant coaching roles. Like he was not groomed to be a TV analyst.
No, he's actually in a really good spot to actually know what he's doing. Like he's actually going to be able to help develop, or whatever he needs to do. But yeah, as an actual color analyst, no.
I legitimately
not
think I honestly think that's a good move for Ottawa, and I think he'll be good at it. It's just the one thing that I think Pierre needs to learn a little bit more about is the analytical side.
Yeah.
But there's an analytics department that he can rely on. So, I mean,
That's what I
he
was
can work
about
hand
to-
in hand.
That's what I was about to say. Like, I granted, like Pierre's got experience in the front office and coaching positions, but it's hard to hire him in a player development role when he is so vocal about being against analytics. It's kind of
That's going to be very
kind of an
damning
oxymoron.
because the left
Yeah,
hand's not
just
going to
a
know
bit.
what the right hand's doing.
Yeah, and Ottawa doesn't need any more of that.
Well,
Yeah.
Pierre Dorian's the right hand, and the left hand is Eugene Melnick, and that got cut off years ago. So fucking dysfunctional over there. They should be a lot better than they are.
Wait, who's more dysfunctional, Ottawa or Buffalo? That's the
Yes.
real question.
Yes.
Yes, the answer is yes.
Pick your poison. Where do you want to go play hockey? Ottawa or Buffalo?
I want to play
I'd
golf.
rather try to eat water with a fork.
Dude,
I'd rather play in Russia.
if I were an NHL
I'm
player,
gonna play
my
one
last
more
two
year.
options- like in my
Russian
last
gas,
two
baby.
options were Buffalo and Ottawa, I'd rather go back to the ECHL and just
Me?
beat the crap out of people.
We've
Yeah.
played this game on live stream
I-
before. Like I've asked Meg, what teams would you put on your like absolute no move list? And she always does it based off of like she only wants to go to New York or LA. But like realistically, if you were making a no move list and besides like Buffalo, and you were like, fuck no, I'm not going there. Like I would rather retire than play in that city. What would be your like?
Pittsburgh.
Winnipeg. I
St.
would
Louis.
not go to Winnipeg.
Never happening. St. Louis.
Okay. All right. So we'll
No. Yeah,
start
pay
that.
me enough.
We'll start that. Shannon, what are give us three.
I don't think I could go to Long Island ever. You put me on the spot.
Way to go, Alex.
Detroit. Oh, Detroit. I could not go to. Fuck no.
Okay.
And Toronto, probably. It's just insufferable. Their fans are insufferable. The organization doesn't know what it's doing. No. It's Columbus, though, is close. I won't lie to you.
Ooh.
Jeez.
Ooh.
I didn't wanna say it.
Just that quick little like hit behind the
A
knee.
shiv.
Disrespect.
Just
You know what? I love your
Just
uniform,
take
but I
your
don't
knee
want
out
the mask off, but like,
Dude, just right behind the knee.
You just
buckle
yank
you a
this
little
knife
bit.
out of my back real quick.
Ron
Good lord.
Francis's chain on TV right now has me nauseous.
Dude, I'm like so behind.
Dude.
Like I just saw Kevin Weeks. Oh yeah, there's
He
Ron
looks
Francis.
like a mob boss.
He literally
He
looks like.
does.
I'm sorry, are you doing Vegas's expansion draft with that chain?
Yeah, like what are we doing here right now?
I have my
Oh,
television muted, but I guarantee you he's calling everyone sport.
Oh, probably.
Oh, I've got my closed captioning on. This should be interesting.
It's like,
All right,
hey,
so-
what's going on,
Is
bud?
this an episode of The Sopranos? I can't.
Yeah, I think so.
But it's
Well,
the same thing.
hey, you got that lake behind you. Who's gonna get whacked and going
Yeah.
throwing the fishes at this?
Yeah. Just
Frank
watch out for
Saravalli.
just watch out for
Frank
the cement blocks.
Saravalli. Yeah, Frank Saravalli's the first
Yeah.
one to go.
Saravalli's done. He's on his list.
Yeah, this
You-
actually
you see-
isn't an expansion draft. It's a public execution.
You see his body just float up on top of the lake. It's like,
Announcing the prize of
oh,
Frank
about that.
Saravalli.
Hey, first time.
You have been charged with
Layla
state
Part 2
secrets.
plays in the credits.
All right, so Fink, what are your top 3 no moves?
Winnipeg for sure. It just sounds so. Every player that speaks of Winnipeg is just like it's the most beat down, run down town ever.
It's desolate. It's desolate.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Thrashers.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's tough because
the Not Thrashers account's a fantastic Twitter account.
yeah. Oh yeah.
They didn't
I
lose
love
anybody in
watching
the
them.
expansion draft.
I hate to say it, but I have to say Columbus as well. Nothing screams,
Wow.
hey, come to Columbus.
Wow.
It's Ohio, man.
I'm sorry.
Like, Ohio just
Hey.
You know what?
from
Actually,
Ohio.
you know
Calm
what?
yourself down.
I
I'm
will
from
say
Ohio.
this much.
You
I will
can
say this
stop
much.
it.
Because of Zach and a fellow writer that I work with at the Morning Skate, Jinx, my Twitter is hijacked by Cleveland sports. Because of Zach and that Jinx guy, I'm getting like suggested friends that are Cleveland Browns. I'm all in on the Browns this year. Like just real quick. But that being said, Columbus,
They've already. I was gonna say they already started picking. Boston went first.
Wow, Jeremy Lauzon.
Yeah.
They sure did.
Wow.
and then last but not least, just because I don't want to go to Tampa Bay. It's humid, it's hot, it rains at least once a day, and fuck that place. Like, I'm sorry, I'm sick of seeing them. I don't want to see them anymore.
Those
I don't
are
wanna
also
be
some insufferable fans.
insufferable fans. They have the people in Florida. The Florida man will get you if you don't look over your back. So all I'm saying is,
keep your head on a swivel.
yeah.
If he's got some, if he's got some bath salts or just salts in general around you,
Yeah, watch
start
your
running.
face.
Start running. Just start booking it, basically. Dude, you were talking about insufferable fans after winning a cup. St. Louis Blues fans are the absolute worst.
Oh, true.
Bias
Absolutely.
aside, they are the absolute worst. Like the whole with Pittsburgh with the Sidney Crosby gift, them with the I'm so sick of seeing that gif of the dude raising the cup. It's like, come on, you finally win a cup, congratulations.
Yeah.
You don't need to be that guy.
Now Jordan Pennington is flappable as ever.
He's a
nervous.
sieve. He's a sieve.
Always looks
He's a sieve. Dude, he's trying to fight backup goalies that no one gives a crap about. He's trying to act come on.
I came on Cannons and Tomahawks and went on a 10-minute rant about Jordan Bennington. I fucking hate that guy.
Fantastic.
Absolutely, 100%.
I just basically just wanted to crack a beer and eat some popcorn, let Andrew talk for about half an hour, just let him just rant about anything. We basically just need to give you a segment on Cans and Tomahawks and let you rant for 30 minutes. Because.
I could have literally said, hey, Andrew, go ahead and start, and then I'm going to go and do my taxes for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
And I'm also gonna go outside and paint my house.
I'm
basically up.
Basically just cook some steaks and do all that good stuff,
Will Borgen gone.
Will Borgen,
Wow.
defenseman from Buffalo.
Wow.
Buffalo
Okay,
Sabres.
also, can we go ahead and just focus on the fact that the first two presenters they've had look like they are in Sopranos?
I agree.
I'm surprised that Lenny Wilkins is still alive.
Lenny Wilkins looks like he whacked a couple guys in his day. Like both of them.
I agree with
New Jersey.
I agree with Ryan. Yeah, like I was like when Lenny Wilkins walked out there, I was like, "Oh my god, what is he?" I thought he passed away a couple years ago. I was like, "It's great to see Lenny Wilkins alive."
He's still pretty spry, man.
Yeah, if we take anything away from this draft, it's that.
Yeah, basically, if you move yourself to the Pacific Northwest, you just live forever. There's the real fountain of youth. Forget going to Florida, just go to the Northwest.
Yeah.
Apparently, you live forever there.
That's a perfect segue because my 3 no-goes, none of them are Columbus, Alex.
Well,
Number 4, isn't it?
Alex's face is like, wow, what the heck, man?
So
Just get dunked on.
Number 3 is Ottawa. Number 3 is Ottawa because of Chalowski. That's
Chalowski. So much defense. Jeez.
Half of their teams are going to be defenders. So my 3 are Ottawa because of the dysfunction. The Florida Panthers because they're in the middle of buttfuck nowhere in Florida. And
what about
Miami.
Alan losing a bunch of your guys down there?
Their arena is a geographical anomaly. It's an hour away from everything.
I mean, I don't want to be anywhere near Florida. Like, even if people say, "Do you want to go like on a trip to Florida?" I'm like, not particularly.
Yeah,
I've been.
Are you paying for it? Yeah, you are. Well, I still don't want to.
Like maybe. Like if there's no other option.
There's a mall. There's a mall near Florida. There's a mall right by the arena, and I'm like, I'm still not sold on this mall being right next door.
There's a Blue Jackets fan up in Seattle at the Angry Beaver.
He got lost.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
he's on vacation.
I saw Gold Vegas, like Vegas Golden Knights gold jersey. I'm like, oh, I wonder if that guy's been a fan for his entire life of all of 1 minute.
I'm seeing people in the comments say the cap
long suffering.
They take.
Interesting. So we got a couple picks in already, and all defensemen. What's new? Shocker.
None of them deviate
number 1 is
from
Arizona.
Savarelli's picks.
Defense wins championships.
Not 700K defense.
Yeah.
Dave Haxall is going to run a 1-Ford 11 defenseman system.
The other thing that's ironic is Haxall is horrendous with young prospects. Like,
Yeah.
ended that
And-
that's horrendous.
And you pick him with an expansion team.
like he has no
Okay.
personality. He's horrible at developing prospects.
What's that?
Was right there before he went to the Rangers.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's like going to an ice cream shop and getting and having you can have a free sundae with all the fixins and say, nah, I just want plain frozen yogurt.
But if you want old and boring, like there were so many better coaches on the market than Haxall.
I mean,
Wow. Jamie. You got Jamie with a hot take here saying
I saw that. Yeah.
right here.
Wow.
Jamie, the only way that's true is that Boston won't see a cup until we're 6 feet under is if I die within the next 6
wait,
months.
is it? Wait,
Ottawa?
Wait, Jamie is a Toronto Maple Leafs fan. And he's trying to dog all of
I
us.
was going to say, like, I'm
That's
taking
what
the
it
Boston
is.
slander from Jamie as a grain of salt.
Yeah, Jamie, you have no leg to stand on with your drought, and for the fact that your $40 million forwards did not beat the Montreal Canadiens in the first round. You might want to sit this one out, bud.
No, let's
Just
hold
saying.
on. Let's back up a year. You didn't beat the Columbus Blue Jackets.
Ooh.
Just saying.
I'm just, we're just
With
saying.
torts.
Hey,
Yeah,
hey,
with
Alex,
torts.
hey, Alex, to be fair.
All right, Ryan.
Set this one-
your
set this one
3
out,
no
bud.
moves.
All right, my 3 no moves. First one's Buffalo, obvious because
Well, I said Buffalo wasn't an option.
damn it.
Because we all
All right.
Buffalo.
The thing about Buffalo
All
is
right.
No, I don't have Buffalo on my list, but
Really?
their organization is awful, terrible, horrific.
The
Their fans
Pagulas
are-
can run the
their fans
Bills
are
all right.
great.
They just
Their
can't
fans are
run the
great.
Sabres for whatever reason.
But I don't want to go to Buffalo, like the region, either.
Listen, I'm 4 hours away. Okay.
Well, that's why I was
You
surprised.
have to live with that.
because you're near Buffalo.
Buffalo itself, surprisingly, like the city and surrounding areas, is actually really nice.
yeah.
But I'm speaking from like as a parent taking your family there,
As a
not
tourist.
as wanting to go and hang out. No, I'd rather go jump in a dumpster.
Hey, the Blue Jays are so excited about going back to Toronto. Like they're dropping like, we're going home.
We're going home.
Yeah.
Get us out of Buffalo. And
Deuces, we're out of here. We're done with this. Hey, our AAA team can have fun down there in Buffalo. We're out of this.
all right, so let's take Buffalo off the list. And Buffalo's off the list.
All right,
So-
yeah, no one can pick Buffalo because that would be
All right, no one
automatic
can pick
answer for
Buffalo.
everybody.
Not even me, who lives in New York. I can't freaking pick Buffalo. All right, so I guess my number one would be Toronto then, because that curse just keeps rolling and rolling and rolling and rolling, and the expectations of the fans are so enormous that I hate disappointing people, and I wouldn't want to disappoint that many people year after year after year after year after soul-cleaving year. Number 2,
R.I.P. Steve Dingle's liver and just any other bodily function that gets ruined by alcohol.
Kidneys, liver,
just everything.
Number
It's official.
Wow, shocker.
Ooh, it's official. I didn't see this coming.
Okay, I have to say something about this. The guy has one good season. One
There you
good
go.
season.
Here's your first official look at the jerseys.
I don't know. I'm not sold. I think it's going to be a bad move. I think it's going to come back to bite them. I think this is a I think it's a disaster waiting to happen.
What bugs me is what they paid him in comparison to the other goaltenders that were on the market. Like, that is the prime reason I said don't take Carey Price, because they were going to spend far too much when they could get a 1A, 1B situation that was fine either way. They didn't need to pay what they did. And they gave him, what, $3.5 million for a longer contract than I would have given him.
Look what he did. He almost single-handedly dethroned Bob as the starter in Florida. I would, if I were Seattle, I would be very happy.
To be fair,
5 seasons.
Florida.
To be fair.
To be fair.
Oh, I want to see what the numbers look like on the back, though, with the letters.
Okay, I will say this much,
it's-
and this
it's
is a
just
hot, this
one-
is a
it's
hot,
one
literal
star
hot.
color.
This is a
One
literal
color.
hot take. Dreiger is gorgeous. That's a good-looking guy.
Oh,
That is a good-looking man to put your franchise under.
Shannon approves.
Okay,
there's a guy right there.
All right,
To be
sorry.
fair to Florida, though,
Take the picture.
To be
I
fair.
mean,
To be fair.
Spencer
Fair.
Knight is going to be a stud.
Oh, for sure.
Oh my gosh, that sample size was delicious.
Yep.
All right, so there's a jersey. It's just one color, no outline at all. It's just
I like it.
I was hoping
Cale
for a
Fleury.
good font, though, for the words.
I like it though. I like the Cale Fleury from the Canadiens, another defenseman.
Weren't they, for the Vegas expansion
wait.
draft, they had the players there, though, didn't they? Why?
Yes,
I
they did.
think some of these guys are like restricted free. They have a ton of restricted free agents without a contract. I don't know if they're going to sit there and have them there. And some of them might not even be in the country either.
Yeah, basically, Dreiger, because that made sense because they already had him signed to a deal, and McCann was already in Seattle like way before all this started. So yeah, he's probably gonna walk out with his jersey too. Like, hey, what's going on, everybody?
Well, they're taking a while. They're harping on Cale Fleury for a while, which would make sense because his brother also got drafted. But I don't know if they flew them there. Like, I don't.
Now I'm curious: is Cale and Hayden Fleury brothers, or is this
Yeah.
just a?
Yeah, they
Cale
are.
and Hayden Fleury are brothers.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
they-
wanted-
Fleury is
I
better
wanted-
than Cale Fleury.
I wanted to make sure. I'm like, is this just coincidence, or are they actually brothers? Because
No,
that's
'cause a lot of people ask if they're related to Marc-Andre Fleury, and they're not. They're not the same age, but 'cause
Right.
Hayden Fleury
They're
was
dead.
actually a bad loss for Anaheim, but Cale Fleury was only a prospect in Montreal.
yeah.
So wait, how many picks have we gotten, and how many are defensemen?
So
5
Most-
picks
One
and
goalie and
4
like-
defensemen. 4 defensemen.
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
are we
4
doing?
defensemen, 1 goal.
What is Ron Francis?
There's another chain on the screen right now. I just want everyone. It's Macklemore. Sorry,
Uh,
I'm not well versed. in-
Sorry,
That's fair.
I haven't even seen that yet. I'm still on the the guys at the
I'm
party.
watching cable. It's the same topic in the playoffs.
I am
That's
watching.
That's not
Oh.
very. That's not very thrift shop.
with this.
Oh yes, McLemore has
Wow.
got best outfit so far.
So I know
it
that
was
there
such a
are.
mob scene in Seattle,
Yeah.
man. Like,
He's the young kid that's about to kill everyone.
Dude, look,
He's getting ready to
Is
play
that
golf.
Macklemore
he's
or
like
Mickey
his dad's
Rourke?
about to die, and he's taking over the
Dude,
mob.
Yeah.
not gonna lie though, he does have a pretty like nice flow. I'll give
Yeah.
him that. It is pretty
I'm
nice
jealous.
Okay, I will say this much:
He
if
looks-
you see the heavyweights, he looks like Ben Stiller's dad, the light fixture king. That's who he
Oh.
reminds me of.
though. Yes.
He looks like Val Kilmer in the Tenacious D music video.
Oh my!
I didn't know
Oh,
Joey Daccord
no,
was from Mob.
no,
Joey
no,
Daccord.
I cannot unsee that.
Wow, this is
Wow. I
What a
mean,
shock.
defense, baby. Nothing but goalies and defensemen, baby.
On the
Also,
middle
what do you
wall.
guys think about them taking Daccord? I mean, Vanecek wasn't a surprise to me once they signed Dreyer, but what about Daccord?
Decor was a little bit. That was a pretty interesting pick. I just thought because there were so many other goalies, and they went with him, and it's like, it is what it is. It's not upsetting, but it's just kind of like out of left field to get him as your third goalie.
So the Yanni Gord pick was just announced, which is
Okay.
I hate Yanni Gord.
Hey, can we all agree that
for his cap hit?
Can we all agree though, real quick, that Ottawa has some really nice jerseys with the 2D logo coming back and those black jerseys? Those things are phenomenal.
I like the red.
I know. Shannon and Megan hate them.
All right. No, they've grown on me. Megan vehemently hates them still, but I have, seen them. I've seen what they've done with them. The red ones with the black accents and that logo look good.
The black jerseys are super clean though. Like, let's be honest. Like, Ottawa has some pretty nice jerseys.
I'm never ever going to be an Ottawa fan, so I don't need to care about them. Like, they have grown on me. I hate them less. So you look at the plain logo, like just on, a sheet, it looks bad. Like, it looks super boring.
So let me ask you, so is the Blackhawks logo still pretty low on your guys' list, or did that kind of get better at some point?
I mean, it's low on our list because it doesn't get the criticism that it probably should. But in terms of how they market it and brand it with the colors, I like it.
Let's not talk about the recent stuff with Chicago.
Yeah,
Zach and I have had
Chicago's in the hot
conversations
seat
about that.
Speaking of, I will say this much: not the Blackhawks, but the Winterhawks. Their new logo and their new look might be the sickest looking hockey.
Oh, it's pretty nice.
Great.
Not gonna lie.
And I don't know if you guys saw like the dissection of it, where it's got the WH in the neck of the bird, and it's got like different. It's awesome. That's a brilliant logo.
Whoever did that did a really phenomenal job of like just adding the small details. That it's kind of like, okay, we see what you did there. So yeah, I'll give them props for that. They did a pretty good job with getting some of that detail and how they made that logo look really solid.
Oh, was this the pick that was leaked yesterday?
The fish scene.
Jared McCann.
Yeah, the alleged one. Apparently, there were like 4 of them. They did like 4 or 5 takes.
Love that they picked Jared McCann.
And then for the fact that everyone in Toronto is absolutely losing their minds, like, we give him a prospect and a pick for this guy, we lost him. You kept Kerfoot. Don't be that upset about it.
It's not that great either.
I'm just saying though, it's like, they kind of played the long game of keeping Kerfoot there to get rid of only like a 7th round, like what is
Jared
it, 7th round pick?
Is that
So,
if your long game is to keep Alexander Kerfoot, you're an idiot playing long games.
Yes.
Well, we are talking about the Maple Leafs here, Andrew. So
I love it. I love watching them be absolutely fucking idiots. Keep doing it. Christ.
Tell us how you really feel.
Sign Wayne Simmons.
No, we don't have enough time, Zach.
Forget the fact. We'll just talk.
Wait, how
It'll be
many
my
times
birthday for when he stops, probably.
Hey, all right, someone get on the beat meter really fast and try to censor him from all his swearing that he does.
No.
All you see is just smoke pouring out of the screen somewhere.
It's not
like
possible.
He just burned the screen. He just burned the button off completely because he's just F this and F this and F that. Gotta love you, Andrew. Gotta love you, man.
All right, so they're done with the Atlantic Division. Obviously, we just ended with Toronto. So I think, Ryan, did you still have some of your no-goes?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Actually, Andrew didn't finish his. I only got 2.
I did. I said Arizona #1.
What? Arizona?
Dude,
Actually,
Zach,
Arizona was my number 2. And I'll tell you why.
Zach, you just like the jerseys.
Do you
the place
remember
sucks.
the story?
All right, yeah,
Katie Strang wrote about the front office of the Arizona Coyotes. Who would want to be a part of that?
All right, yeah, sorry. I like the jerseys. You're right, Alex. You're right about that. They are pretty nice.
Yeah,
though.
I talked to you enough. I know.
Arizona was my number 2 because unstable ownership. They change owners every 5 years.
Are they really throwing a fish in the crowd?
Yeah, that's what everyone was super excited about.
That's what the Pike Place Market Fish Market.
Well, no, they're actually at the podium.
This is thrilling.
But yeah, when everyone was throwing a fit on Twitter today about how the picks are getting leaked, everyone was like, "You can still watch for them throwing the fish," and I was like, "What?" But they're
that was the most exciting part of the draft. So
wait. So is this going to be like a Nashville, Detroit?
Yeah.
type
So they're
situation?
trying to like make tradition by forcing it during the expansion draft.
God, that was the craziest thing ever.
If they start throwing fish on the ice at Kraken's games, I'm just going to be done. Like we're not doing this for 3 different teams.
We already did catfish with.
Okay. By the way, someone just commented that's a Nashville thing. No, it's a Detroit thing. Nashville stole seafood on the ice from Detroit.
Yeah, Detroit did it first with the octopus. Learn your hockey history first before you start act like
Well,
you
their
know what you're talking
mascot
about.
is Al.
You want to know an unbearable
what?
fan base? Nashville Predators.
Thank you.
Their
Thank
jerseys
you.
are trash. Their
I
franchise
love
is trash.
My
Their social
co-host-
media
Trash.
team,
One
man.
of my co-hosts lived in Nashville for a decade. I really want to
No,
get
sir.
him on this show
Their
now.
their social media team is soft because they blocked the Hurricanes after trolling them about the banners, and it's like, oh,
That was made up, I think.
Yeah, Shannon, did you not see that?
No.
What was
So,
it?
yeah,
Creed
so
played
the
in a
Predators
playoff game?
Played Creed during
Predators
intermission.
did something, and then the Carolina Hurricanes made the meme with the banners, and it said something about the Predators, and it was like, oh well, you know, made another banner or whatever, and then the Predators account actually blocked the Hurricanes on Twitter, and then the Hurricanes took a screenshot and they posted that back out and said, well, when you're a child and you act like that, we're just, you know, clearly you're gonna get blocked.
And then they're like,
Yeah.
oh, nice Photoshop job, Carolina. It's like, really,
Oh man,
really though, Nashville, like, come on.
I do
You're
love Creed though.
10 play soft. Like, get real.
I do love Creed though. I was actually kind of mad when they showed them at the game because I was like, this might be what needs to be on the screen to turn Nashville around and win this game, which would have killed me. But that fan base is absolutely unbearable. They have done nothing.
Hey,
Oh, I love this.
oh, and we're talking about them, and you see this guy in the Nashville shirt going, "Oh, look at me!" It's like you've been to one Cup final appearance. Calm down. You ain't that special.
Imagine being a Nashville fan and watching Vegas just absolutely obliterate the fact that you exist. Like,
Nashville who?
yeah. You know what? We're gonna take your silver shitty expansion draft jerseys and we're gonna put them in gold in Vegas and we're gonna actually win. So enjoy that, Nashville. All my homies hate Nashville.
I do enjoy the fact that the Fanatics commercial for NHL Shop made the transition to ESPN, so I can't escape it.
Pete Blackburn made a good comment earlier. He said, ESPN is already winning because I got to watch Tony Hawk at the X Games before I watched the NHL Draft.
Yeah,
it's already better than the NHL on NBC.
I thought that was pretty funny. Like that
Are we back in 1996?
You know what?
Tony
if it
Hawk.
means that the Stars win a cup in 3 years, please God, put me back in 1996.
No, that means the Blackhawks are going to be terrible again. Oh wait, never mind. Dude, me and Alex run a meme page, you know, just about hockey and stuff like that. And I'm self-deprecating so much on the Blackhawks for the last 3 years. I make jokes about my own team. That's where I'm at right now in my life because it's like, all right, how much more dumb can we get? Oh wait, we're going to trade Brandon Saad twice and lose Aaron and get Zadorov. Ooh.
Remind me again how much he wants for money.
$5.75 million.
Are we talking about he wants a bridge deal and that's the total?
Oh no.
AAV.
AAV with multiple years on top of that.
Oh no, honey, what is he doing?
5 year. I think I heard it was 5 years. 5 years.
Speaking of wanting a bridge deal and ended up going nuts, Miro Heiskanen, what an absolute steal of a deal that we made with him. 8 years, $8 million.
We love it. We love it here, and he's just going to get better.
It's so insane. And listening to his interviews,
undo the good by trading Klingberg for Jones.
I really think it's going to happen. I really think that Jim Neal, as a GM, is an off-season move kind of guy. He doesn't make a lot of splashes during the season. He only made one in recent years. Zuccarello, God, I miss him so much, even though we had him for 4 months maybe. I miss that sweet little man so much, but it's going to be something big. I think the Stars are doing something weird right now, and they're waiting until the roster is unfreeze tomorrow. We're sitting here talking during the expansion draft. We know what's going to happen. The real fireworks are going to be tomorrow, I think.
Oh yeah. All right, Morgan Geekie from Carolina. After they just didn't they just re-sign him just recently, or is it that?
I'm actually kind of surprised it didn't take Jake Bean.
Yeah, that's what everyone was thinking they were going to go for him, but I mean,
they probably just signed him for exposure requirements.
Yeah, probably. The kid's good. I mean, he's still pretty young. He's 23, but
His name makes me think he's such a nerd.
All right, the Columbus pick. Alex.
Wow. Wonder who this is going to be.
Yeah.
Oh, I see it. I'm looking at it.
Yeah.
If I'm Seattle, I go.
All right, we're on streaming. So one thing I hate, I'm on AT&T TV.
Same.
Streaming.
Same.
Well, yeah, shut up. You're on my account.
All right, I'm moving in a month and I won't have cable anymore and I won't be ahead of you all.
That's okay. I'm using pass.freestreams-live1.com.
I'm going to get it shut down.
The FBI is going to be at your door in 5 minutes.
I'll be honest, I don't understand this.
This is a weird pick.
Why? Like, why of all the jackets? Like, there has to be a side deal because there's no way to go for this kid and not get Max Domi.
That's a fun fact. Cousin of 11-year NHL defenseman Lovejoy.
I think the one thing.
There haven't been any deals announced.
Zero.
No,
that's what I was going to mention. Even on Twitter, no one's talking about any rumors of deals happening.
So if there's actually no legit side deals and the fact that there's all these guys that they picked and they're not going after other guys in a deal, Ron Francis has done the most absolute worst job of picking players on an expansion draft.
And do you think that because they're like rifling through trades right now? This isn't supposed to end until 10 o'clock. Do you think they're doing that because it got like leaked earlier today and there's no reason to dwell on this? Like, what are they going to do for the 2 hours?
Pretty much. I think that's why we're doing so much Kevin Week stuff because of the fact that, I think for the
Kevin Week,
it's just ruined.
Nathan Bastian.
Frank Cervelli absolutely just ruined everything. Like,
I mean, I was so annoyed at everyone else that was like,
Nathan,
why did he do that? Like,
oh,
this is
glad they're actually getting some forwards. Goodness.
Yeah, but none of them are over the age of 25.
Andrew, did you?
Which means they go the cheap route.
Andrew, did you share this about the Atlanta Thrashers account?
Yes.
The best player we could get in the 99 expansion draft was Yannick Tremblay. The Seattle Kraken pass on Carey Price and Vladimir Tarasenko.
What a world, huh?
I mean, they're not wrong.
Apparently they said my TV's on too low, so I didn't hear it. But when they were talking about Sue Bird, when they were talking about the Hurricanes pick, they said Carolina Panthers the entire time and not Carolina Hurricanes.
Oh my gosh, no.
ESPN.
And
the worldwide leader in sports.
Has been destroyed.
Wow,
Dude.
that was not day one, and they're already messing up names. Fantastic. Someone wants to say hi to everybody.
I'm on Twitter, and I just saw like 5 people in a row tagging Frank Cervelli, asking him to leak the schedules.
Yes, I see you. I see you. Yeah, Kelly wants to say hi to everybody.
Is this actually live?
I kind of wonder that too.
That's
the end.
Now, like,
it has to be.
mean.
Look, but like if this if this isn't live, they could have edited it out.
Okay, now the away jerseys for the Kraken, these are actually pretty nice.
Yeah, those are clean.
Those are
man.
Yeah.
This is
I gotta get the white one, not the blue.
That's fine.
My bank account is not enjoying watching this right now.
Dude,
Hell yeah.
Dude, the font and the anchors on the sleeves and the fact that they have the outline, the number on the back and the sleeves in a different color. All right, yeah. The away Kraken jersey has to be like top 3 of the entire league. Let's be honest.
All right,
these are absolutely disgusting.
That being said, I'm not going to get one because I almost bought a Vegas one. Now I can't stand Vegas. Am I going to? Well, actually, at this point, I'll never.
Are you going to go to hell?
Again.
Yes, you are for almost buying one.
Yeah.
I gotta say that jersey that Everly's wearing makes you want to have the home whites back.
I really wish.
Yes, let's go.
I really want
the home whites back.
No, because knowing the Stars, they'll do the reverse retro all white Stormtrooper uniforms again, and I can't do it again.
Hey, which is worse, that or the highlighter jerseys that you guys got?
They're amazing.
Dude, the highlighter jerseys are sick. What are you talking about?
Those actually aren't bad.
Those aren't terrible. The all whites.
Roller rink, they're atrocious.
I love the all white jerseys. I love it because they were like, you know what?
Keanu Reeves?
No.
Who is?
Oh, okay.
plays for the Sounders.
Steve Reeves, his brother.
I was just like so confused. I'm like, who the heck is this guy?
That subtle teal T-shirt he's wearing, that was nice.
Hey, can we all
say fortunate that the Crew beat him in the championship last year?
Yes,
but, you know,
Columbus.
Whatever.
Yeah. Let's be honest with the anchor and the fact that they have the Seattle Needle on top of the anchor. That is a phenomenal job with how they made that secondary logo. Yeah, the needle. Yeah, the Seattle Needle is the top. It's the actual top of the anchor. Yeah, so I love how they did that.
That's a great logo.
That is a sweet secondary logo.
Listen, that is the precise reason, Zach, that we cannot bring back Meth Bear for Boston, because there are so many things that you can do with a logo that are not a bear that looks like he is coked out. Like there's so many things you can put on a logo.
You're right, Shannon. You know what? I'll go with. I agree. I can agree with you on that.
No,
Andrew disagrees. I can see it.
No. I actually don't like Meth Bear.
Okay.
I was talking about the old Spoke B that was like it was like a brown looking, like the B was cursive and brown. Just that would be a nice.
Oh, that's stadiums. That's a stadium. That's their stadium series.
No, well, they actually done Colin Blackwell.
Trade now that they announced Blackwell.
Colin Blackwell, wow.
Also, they've got mad picks out of Massachusetts natives here. It's like the one I've seen.
They're bi-coastal.
Yeah.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No, there isn't.
No, nothing wrong with that.
I'm just baffled that there hasn't been any trade. What the fuck, Frank? Give me something.
I'm baffled.
Yeah, like
is not moving in this ocean wind at all.
I honestly, I think this is like recorded. ESPN had the chance of editing out the Carolina Panthers mistake, and they didn't. And I think they're just blowing through this, and because of the leak.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It was said that the NHL is pissed, as in, like they're fuming, because this is your first re-entrance into ESPN, and it's absolutely ruined.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's the first broadcast since what, like 2004?
Yeah,
2004.
Yeah, in the fact that he had one guy who used to be former TSN on some backwater blog and like hockey channel, absolutely just ruins this entire draft expansion
like I was saying
process.
Earlier, that's the thing. Normally this stuff comes from like Elliot Friedman or something, and
Chris Johnston, like all the guys who actually
Friedman confirmed like two of them, and that's it. It's only this clown that's going around. Like, dude, you don't be an asshole and ruin it for literally everybody.
Oh, yes. Well, Seattle fans are all upset. Like, I think they're like they have like one of their beat writers who's coming over from Boston. I forget who it was. Like, Seattle fans are blasting her for it. And she's like,
Amelie Benjamin? Is she going to Seattle?
No, I think it's Marissa in
Jimmy?
Marissa yeah. They're blasting her on Twitter about it. It's like, she's your guys' beat writer. Like, why are you getting mad at her? Because she's in Boston right now. She's gonna be your new Kraken person. You're like, don't ruin it for us locals. How about you talk to Frank first before you talk to her about ruining like your draft process?
No, I've never seen one social media platform collectively get pissed off at one person so fast than I did with Twitter and Frank today.
Mm-hmm. Hockey Twitter is finally united in anger with one guy.
Yeah,
guy.
Yeah, it took one.
I hated him the day that he defended the Tom Wilson hit on Carlo.
Oh, he's a piece of shit like that?
Yes.
Oh, there you go. Well, there you go.
Wow.
Can we all agree that Tom Wilson is just an absolute scumbag and it's just does not deserve to be in hockey right now? Like,
absolutely.
I'm sorry.
Don't say that in front of Megan, but Shannon will agree.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, so Megan does a good job when he has a shit hit, but then she just likes to stir the pot and be like, I like him. And I'm like, I don't care if you like him. He's a scumbag.
I don't care. Off ice, no one cares. You're a
scumbag. No one cares about his off ice stuff.
Yeah, you tried those 43 burgers, right? His restaurant.
Awful. God, they were horrible. They were. I mean, to be fair, he does. He does do a ton for the DC community. That's why a lot of people in DC care about him quite a bit, because out of anyone on the Capitals next to TJ Oshie, he does by far the most for the DMV area.
Hey, everyone loves TJ Oshie. All the homies don't like Tom Wilson.
Today, real American hero.
Yeah. I saw a poll today that Tom Wilson was the most hated player in the NHL, not surprising. And then TJ Oshie was like 4th. And I was like, in what?
Like, how can you hate TJ Oshie of all?
It was like a
TJ Oshie is Hulk Hogan, like when he was good.
Then goes NWO.
I have an NWO joke for this.
Does that mean TJ Oshie's the third man?
Yes.
He just spray paints the Stanley Cup.
Oh no!
And then he puts he spray
SPH.
paints the Stanley Cup, and then he gives the keeper of the cup a leg drop.
Oh, come on!
As if that does anything.
Can we agree that the leg drop from Hulk Hogan is the worst finisher move of all time?
100%.
Like, oh, he hits him with the leg drop. Anyone can do that. That's not that tough.
Wait. That Santino Cobra move was
the Cobra
ridiculous.
Oh, yes.
That one's right up there with the leg drop. But
but to be
before
fair,
the leg drop, you have to go through the.
It's Hulk Hogan or Santino Morello.
Yeah.
Santino Morello wasn't even Italian.
No, he
he's
wasn't.
not.
He's from like Jersey.
Wait, wasn't he's from Canada.
Yeah.
Yes,
It makes it even worse.
Wait, did anyone see the oil rig that's like behind like everyone who's actually at wherever they're at for this thing? Like, did we somehow get like Modern Warfare 2 map?
Wait a minute.
Seattle?
There's an oil rig behind them, and their arena is called the Climate Pledge Arena.
Mm-hmm.
That's the worst freaking name for an arena ever.
Dude, I'm telling you, if their mascot, I'm serious. If their mascot is not Captain Planet, I am gonna fucking riot.
We were thinking about doing a contest and draw.
No, it should be Recyclops.
Because it'll get us.
Recyclops.
Oh, yes, Recyclops.
Wait, so what did you say?
I said we were thinking about doing a contest. Like Megan and I were thinking about doing a contest on our Twitter for people to draw what they think the mascot should look like, because we'll get lovely things from adults who can't draw.
Yeah.
Speaking of drawing, if you
Calendar
guys are on
accepted.
Twitter, go to the Carolina Hurricanes Twitter and look at their new profile picture. They literally just did something about it.
So they just announced the Philadelphia pick, and this was probably the most baffling one that I saw all day. Looking at who they left unprotected.
Was it?
Oh my gosh.
Who was it? Who is it?
It's a prospect. Oh, I didn't see.
Yes.
Oh, that is good.
The Hurricanes are the Hurricanes are not happy.
It has quotation marks around hurricanes, and it's tagged ESPN on their
Oh
profile.
my gosh, that is so great.
You guys.
Oh
That's the best way to
Is
be.
that Philly's
I
pick?
love this.
Is that Philly's pick?
Yeah.
Yes.
I
There's
told you
that
he's
big spike is right there.
He has
This
played
is-
Oh God.
7
That's funny.
NHL games.
This is
my-
weird.
When they
This
passed
is
up on
very
Vortex, I
awkward.
think that's because he had a bad contract. But they passed up on Ghost. They passed up on JVR.
They actually tagged the Panthers. Hey, who are you guys sending this
You
to?
say it's in the Seattle.
Oh my gosh, ESPN. We know you love football, but come on, it's hockey. It's like, come on, man, it's hockey.
This is
Carolina Panthers.
I just
No,
tweeted
wrong
out
story.
I just tweeted that the Hurricanes won the draft.
yeah.
Oh, they did.
Can we all just say the Carolina Hurricanes Twitter person is like the best Twitter, whoever runs that?
They
in
are
hockey?
they're great.
they're the
Easily.
heels of NHL Twitter.
They
love it.
are the Wendy's. They are the Wendy's of NHL Twitter.
Yes. 100%.
We literally need to have Wendy's and the Hurricanes just go against each other. Just like
Dude, the Hurricanes are going to destroy them.
we need to make it a triple threat.
Oh,
Wendy's,
yes,
the
Brandon
Carolina Hurricanes,
Tanev in the away jersey.
wait, what's
and
up?
Steakums.
Out.
Wait, what's up?
Brandon Tanev is there in the away jersey.
Oh, they did get 10 of what?
Oh, that's
I'm Brandon Tanev. What's up, everybody?
Yeah.
That's
y'all
awesome.
got one of them hockeys.
We're taking pictures now.
Hey, you got any more of that hockey?
Hang on. Okay, I'm ready.
Hey, Tanev does have.
Have
nice
you
flow,
guys
though.
thrown a fish?
Dude, Tanev with that flow.
Dude,
though.
every time I hear his name, the only thing I think of is the picture that he had with the Penguins. I think it was a year or two ago, where he
Yeah.
looked out of his mind
Yeah.
in
Hey, Alex.
this initial picture.
He looked, he looked like he just walked out of a fish show and someone gave him the bad acid.
Mm-hmm.
God, that white jersey though, I'm still not over it.
That white jersey.
I like there's like no collar. Like it's just
that's
just
clean.
Plain. Like none of this trash. Theirs is just super. Just we're just gonna have all of our like just colors at the bottom of the sleeves and the bottom of the jersey, and just make our font look phenomenal.
We need one player to get up on stage and just turn around so we get a look.
Oh, what at the back of the jersey?
In that red bottom, god damn.
Dude, I'm sorry. That teal with the red stripe in the middle and the darker blue on the bottom of the sleeve, that is just so nice. There it is, the Brandon Tanev. What's up, everybody?
I love that picture.
I really think
I'm telling you that.
Did it never occur to the Penguins? Did it never occur to the Penguins or Tanev himself to maybe take another?
Dude, honestly, I bet he did that. He probably did that just for fun.
Yeah.
No. He probably saw like Pierre try to go and kiss Sidney Crosby, and he's just like, "What?"
Yeah.
No, Zach.
That should be the
watching him.
That should be the thumbnail for this stream. All of us doing a Tanev face.
Zach, that's his face. That's like not him doing a bit. That's what his face looks like.
I'm waiting for him to ask, "Oh, what's this new neighborhood I hear called Chaz?"
I will say I'm gonna go out on a limb.
Oh, it's called Chaz now.
Out of all the guys they picked, Tanev might be the face of this team. Like marketability wise,
He's the only guy with personality. Like there were so many guys that were available that had personality, and I was like, they could take this guy not because he's going to be the highest scorer, but because he's going to really develop a locker room that doesn't exist.
Oh yeah,
they didn't take any guy to do that, and Haxtell does not do that as a coach.
No,
that's why I'm already.
Getting Tanev, that was a smart move.
With the people that were leaked, obviously, so far it's been 100% accurate that I'm calling right now Seattle's going to be maybe middle of the pack. They're not going to be.
Pacific Division's garbage.
Now, obviously, there's a lot of other moves that are going to happen. They're not done. I understand that.
Well, the thing is, I keep forgetting this guy's Twitter handles, but he's dropping like analytics of like projected win totals, like points and stuff like that.
Fresh.
Yeah, it's like, I've seen the Seattle Kraken get like 100 points. I'm like, get out of here. 100 for the Kraken with this roster? Please.
The only thing, I said on a live stream earlier today that was previewing before, this was like literally an hour before all the picks started getting leaked, that the one thing the Kraken will have benefiting them is that they're in the Pacific Division, which has nothing. They only have
Trash.
2 playoff contenders.
Dude, all the California teams absolutely suck.
Awful. They're horrible.
The only one that actually is probably the best of the worst is the Kings because they have.
I was going to say the only thing
Turcotte, Byfield.
I think the Kings are actually going to be pretty good this year.
Depends on what they can do in free.
I could see it.
Yeah.
I could see the Kings doing something because California stinks. Like, let's just all be serious. It's like they're not that good. But Ryan,
you're saying the Sharks are bad? Are you serious?
Yes. Wait, so Ryan, you were saying earlier about a triple threat on Twitter. Who's the third account for the triple threat?
So Wendy's, Carolina Hurricanes, Steakums, triple threat match right there.
Okay.
And then Arby's to make it a fatal 4-way.
Arby's is a bunch of morons. No.
Yeah, no.
Have you guys ever seen Nihilist Arby's?
Nihilist. I think I have seen Nihilist Arby's.
Nihilist Arby's beats the shit out of the regular Arby's Twitter account.
May I help you? My dog wants to be like, hey, I want to.
When are they going to announce the trades? Hey, when do the trades happen?
NRD, NHL Rumors Daily, who's been very on top of a lot of things in the last couple of years.
That account. Dude, he's picked up so much steam over the last month.
Yeah,
it's insane.
He just announced that when all the picks are made, it looks like with the way that they're going to do it, all the picks are going to be made, and then they're going to announce trades afterwards.
Yeah. Oh, they're going to make us sit through this.
It's pretty bad when, for example, on our podcast Twitter and on mine, I have all notifications for NRD up. It's bad when you have an unverified account with the word rumors in it, have full notifications over some of these other accounts. It's ridiculous.
All we have is Friedman and NRD. That's all we have for ours. Is
and
those
that guy
two accounts.
Frank apparently.
Fuck him.
Oh,
Frank the Tank.
Screw
can suck
that
my
dude.
Tank.
I think that we need to start a
Frank
campaign. We need to start a campaign that just says all my homies hate Frank, without
Yes.
his Twitter handle, and just anyone that's named Frank is going to get offended.
I'm gonna change my Twitter handle to Andrew hates Frank Cervelli.
Or let's not be frank.
This is
No, hold on. I'm changing mine right now.
hey,
Ryan, I see what you did there.
You're welcome.
I suggest for the NHL first All-Star game on ESPN, they tape Frank Cervelli and the goal like Goldberg and D1 the Mighty Ducks.
Yes,
And
yes.
just take shots.
Just say clappers. Oh, make him get a clapper from Shea Weber from point blank range. Saved this. And just
Shea
take
Weber
it.
takes
Where's
Frank.
Dano?
Shea Weber still put together right now?
I don't know. Duct
I don't
tape.
think he can. Yeah, maybe he can do one more slap shot, and that'll be his ode to retirement.
Fine, Zdeno Chara if he still has it in him. Why not?
Dude, Zdeno Chara is about to get Social Security in a couple weeks.
Yeah, but Zdeno Chara can do more
hey,
pull-ups than
we're the same-
anybody in
Okay,
this
first of
group
all,
for
the
sure.
We're the
Capitals
same
have
age.
negative
You
cap
suck that-
space.
you
It's
suck your mouth.
insane that he's
Wait, what- Stan,
44
what did
and
you
is
say?
still better than so
Wait,
many other guys.
Yeah.
Shannon, what did you say?
So the Capitals have, since they really needed the Kraken to take someone with an actual cap hit, and they took Vitek Vanecek, who has a $700K cap hit, which is not
Yikes.
surprising looking at how Seattle was drafted. But
Yeah.
now
They're going super
they need
cheap.
to re-sign Ilya Samsonov, who is the only goaltender they have on the roster right now, and
Oof.
Alex Ovechkin, and they only have $8.9 million. Alex Ovechkin's cap hit last year was $9.5 million, not
Okay.
including Ilya Samsonov, who is, if he's going to be your starting goaltender, deserves more than $1 million.
They're still going to destroy Ovechkin with money. Like,
All right, so while we're on the topic of the Capitals, Shannon, will Kuznetsov be on the roster opening night?
No,
No?
they need it.
nope.
No.
I don't think it's not like a Flyers Voracek situation where they've mutually agreed to part ways, but he is such an easy cap dump when you look at the guys that they have like non-verbally agreed that you're not coming back.
You should have you don't see. Have you guys heard some of the stories around what the Caps were? What the Caps' problem with Kuznetsov is?
Yeah, they don't get along at all.
No. Well, I mean, you get popped on the COVID list twice. You can't keep your nose not white.
He keeps hanging out with that friendly flower, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like you would think, Russian gas, and you go to Coke. What's next?
The other thing with the Capitals is that
Meth.
we've said it before, they're the oldest team in the league, and they need to play this offseason like they don't want to enter a full rebuild. And there are a few ways they can do that, but primarily they need to dump
Tyler
a couple of
Pitlick
these
gone.
older guys that they're overpaying to make space, and then develop some of the younger guys they have in the pipe and bring them up with guys like Oshie, Ovechkin, and some of the few that they want to keep on the roster. They really need to dump a couple that, are nice to have around, but are not adding too much value anymore.
Well, you guys got to get rid of some of that, I don't want to say the older cancer, but some of the players like that, because you guys, didn't you pick up, what was it, Connor McMichael last year?
Yes.
So, like, those are the guys that you need to be developing. Not
Yeah, Connor McMichael is the Capitals' only prospect worth a damn.
yeah.
Yeah, they do a horrendous job keeping a pipe of prospects because they've always leaned on older guys.
Ooh. I just realized I didn't realize the Capitals don't have a first round pick this year.
No.
I could easily see them getting a
Well,
first
so
round
that's a
pick.
great segue, actually, Alex. The Kraken just spent their entire expansion draft on guys under 700K, but they have the second overall pick in the entry draft.
Oh,
Do you
Sean
keep that
Kemp.
pick?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Ooh.
I don't. But
Oof.
I mean,
Sorry, I'm just paying attention to Sean Kemp got a child's medium.
That's a schmedium. That's a child's. That's a child's
Schmedium.
medium.
I think him and Gary Payton were like, hey, switch shirts real quick.
you
Wow,
can see his undershirt. They're like, oh, I'm so sorry.
dude, oh man,
He does
that
not
is
want to
City
be
in
there.
Seattle, there was no other size to give him.
dude. That give the dude a
Well,
jersey.
no,
or
Shannon,
something.
because everyone they're drafting is 14 years old.
That's true.
Yeah, you would know.
That's how I
Babyface.
look whenever I get a. That's when when I get a T-shirt out of a T-shirt cannon at a hockey game and I put it on in the middle of the game. That's what I look like.
Yeah, pretty much.
They're
Pretty
all
much.
either adult XLs or like
Dude,
small.
that is why would you do that to this man? hey, we're gonna put you on national TV in front of all these people. Here, wear like the smallest shirt we have available for you.
Yeah,
It's like
And wear it over the
bruh.
shirt you're already wearing.
Like, bruh, really? Come on.
Honestly, so what Shannon said kind of makes me think. I wonder if the Kraken maybe have a handshake deal already with Buffalo for either Reinhart or Eichel.
Wow, imagine if I
Think if they had the number 1 and 2 picks.
I could see that. I can see them trying to find a way to get one of those two guys. But do you really give the second overall pick though for Jack Eichel
Yes.
Yes.
with the whole injury thing that's going on
Yes.
though?
I don't know.
They don't need another prospect. They literally do not need another
Well,
one.
no,
They have a team
they-
full of prospects right now.
Well,
Those
no,
are the guys you give up for somebody like Eichel.
There's so many other guys you could get though for the second overall pick that's not Jack Eichel with whatever his injury
Oh,
thing is
Blackhawks
going
So
on.
who would you try to get for the Kraken then? It's the Blackhawks pick. I'm just warning you.
Whoa! Wow, I am so shocked. His 5 points in 42 games.
Wait, no, it wasn't Quenneville.
Yeah, it's John Quenneville. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
was
him.
it?
Yeah, it's John
Wait.
Quenneville. Yeah,
Sorry, I was looking at something.
Oh, I
else.
thought you were talking about Trent
Hold
Frederick.
on.
yeah, John Quenneville was picked. He's the Blackhawks pick.
Okay, sorry, I was thinking something else.
Yeah, so we kept Zadorov. Whoa. So
I still think Zadorov's moved.
that's
Even though
probably-
there's
that's-
been a lot of the talk
that-
with
that's
the
the
Blue
side
Jackets
note.
and the Stars for Seth Jones, I still think the Blackhawks are the number 1 destination right now for Seth Jones.
Well, so Seth Jones doesn't make sense for Seattle now because they
Donskoi,
27 defensemen.
Alex Donskoi for Colorado.
Oh, Jesus. They spent 3 seconds on Quenneville. Good Lord.
That's
Five-
why he's insured.
5 points.
he doesn't have any.
Five
He doesn't have
points.
any NHL highlights. He hasn't played yet.
No. He's got 5 points and 2 goals for the
All right.
Blackhawks.
Well, from the
Oh,
Blackhawks,
he
we
does?
got
That
like
might
John
actually be
Quenneville.
more than Carson out of Philadelphia. Quite
I know
right.
John Quenneville.
John
Played in
Quenneville
Albany.
is
Played in Albany.
yeah.
I'm still just really mad at Frank.
I was his chaplain.
Hey,
Oh,
there
no
you
way.
go.
Nice.
Yeah.
There you go. But yeah,
So
hey,
far out of this draft, I think Donskoi is up there with like the pick. Donskoi is, I think, an incredible pickup for the Kraken, and I think he's underrated because he doesn't have that name value. But
No,
I think he's
he's
I
a
think he's
great
an
all around
excellent
he's a
addition.
great all around player.
His,
a great
his
hockey
name
name,
value is
too.
going up recently for sure.
oh yeah,
with
Donskoi,
as
for
good
sure.
as the Avalanche have been, he's gone up pretty fast.
And he's the most expensive player on their cap right now, 3.9 mil.
Well, for the next 5 seconds.
Yeah.
Wow, this dude's on the side of a mountain doing the Dallas Stars pick, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm so great to be here holding the Seattle flag." Woo!
Say bye-bye to Jamie.
It's official.
Fine with it.
You know what?
Official.
Ooh,
So-
I like the back. I like the back of
Oh,
these.
okay. Okay, yeah,
Nazars, by the way.
those are nice.
Yeah.
Those are nice.
Oh God, the fact that he's
Yeah.
there hurts me a little bit though.
Not yeah, dude. The number on the home and aways are nice, but yeah, those away jerseys are probably the best.
Yeah, their away jersey is.
Those are
These-
clean. Like
They're
all the
nice.
jerseys that I buy that aren't Blue Jackets, I get the home, but that makes me really, really want to buy that away jersey.
Yeah,
Well, there are a few teams that can make white look good. Like
Yes.
know, most away teams are white, and I mean, there are some. The Florida Panthers white away jersey actually looks really good, but there are very few that make plain old white jersey with your logo look
Zach,
cool.
stop it. The Devils one looks better than the Blackhawks.
Yeah, the Blackhawks one, isn't it?
I will say Vegas'
I like
away jersey
Boston.
is excellent.
No,
I like
Oh,
Boston. I like
Boston's
Boston's
jerseys are
white.
so nice.
I hate Boston's jerseys. You're never gonna get me to say that.
That is a
It's-
non-objective fan right there.
Yeah, I've always enjoyed Boston's whites. I've always liked those jerseys for some reason, much more than the black. So
I have the Blackhawks black and white jersey. That one's sick. But
Mhm.
Oh, the Winter Classic against Boston. No, the black jersey that they used to have, I think it was like 08, 09, like around 2008 to 2010. Those black jerseys, those are like the third jerseys. Those ones are by far the nicest ones. I wish they bring those back because
Hey,
I would
how do you feel
easily
about
buy
this,
them.
This interview. What's going on?
Oh,
Your former defenseman, your former Dallas Stars defenseman.
Yeah.
I stopped listening already.
And
He's
the
dead to me.
He's dead to him.
The more I look away and then look back at that jersey, it's really growing on me.
The thing though is like you can see through the top, like that mesh on top of the jersey. It's like it's so like you can see underneath that jersey.
For me,
There's a Metropolitans jersey. That's nice.
I
was about to say,
there's your reverse retro jerseys right there. Bring the Seattle Metropolitan jersey, barber pole jerseys
with the Kraken colors.
Like I think with the Kraken jerseys, for me, I like the logo. The logo's sick, but for me, it's the colors.
Oh yeah,
you don't see those colors. The colors are awesome.
Yeah, they did. They were like the teal, the dark blue, the red. They did a phenomenal. Yeah. Let's be honest, the logo too with the tentacle inside the
Carson
S,
Soucy gone,
like the red eye. And
another defenseman.
Seattle absolutely killed it on the logo and the jerseys. Like Seattle, they've done a great job. Yeah,
I don't know what I like better.
Honestly, it's like
now if they could just put somebody in those jerseys, we might be doing something.
Somebody that fits instead of freshmen in high school.
I have to make a trip to Seattle now just to go to a Kraken game, just to see, just to be there and be like, all right, been to Seattle, saw a Kraken game live. Just
they might ask you to power Climate Pledge Arena, just FYI.
Yeah,
the bike outside.
Climate Change Arena.
Sorry, Climate Pledge Arena.
Close enough.
That was
honestly, it might as well be Climate Change Arena.
Tonight's game has been canceled. The ice has melted.
Wow, Dave Haxtell.
We refuse to use coal.
Haxtell's just not.
Why?
Amusing.
Why? Why? It's like.
Okay.
Why? Two. Why?
I asked.
Well, he missed the memo on the mob hair.
Over under 4 years.
Yeah, his shirt's buttoned up too high.
Over under 4 years.
Under 4 years. Way under. I give him two. Yeah. No, season and a half max. I give him one full season.
Dude.
Half a second season. All right, you're out of here.
At most,
get Dave Tippett. Get Dave Tippett. We need him now.
Dave Tippett said no one ever. Oh my God.
Except for Arizona.
This is an interesting thought for me because obviously I'm Star centric, but I'm wondering if Jim Montgomery can stay clean with St. Louis, and he's got head coaching experience, and he took the Stars to the playoffs. Is Jim Montgomery a guy that you could see going back to a head coaching position with the Seattle Kraken?
Well, the thing is, they've got two incredible assistant coaches that could easily move up. They hired those really well so that they didn't have to go into a rebuild mode in 2 years, which I completely respect. And I think that both of those assistant coaches might be able to prolong Haxtell's tenure like a year. But
the hockey news. If you ordered a Seattle Kraken Carey Price jersey, don't return it. These are fire.
Jesus.
Hockey news about that.
But no, I don't see him lasting maybe more than 2 years. Dude, look what happened with Vegas. First year, you go to the finals. Then you're still in the playoffs. And you're still in the playoffs. And then they still fire Gerard Gallant.
Yeah.
That was midway through 2018, 2019, though.
But it's insane.
Well, I think that the caliber for Haxtell, I mean, again, there's so much time.
They literally changed the colors to the Carolina Panthers black and blue.
Dude, they're having a blast over there.
That's so
look at their Twitter handle.
Wow!
It literally says at Pan. So they actually think of the Carolina Panthers. They actually changed their. Oh, you actually know what? It actually is the Carolina Panthers. They're just trolling everyone because they actually made the Carolina Hurricanes their main logo.
God.
The Carolina Panthers are
brilliant,
all in, dude. Oh my gosh,
Carolina in general is all in.
And the thing, you got to know that like the Carolina Panthers social media person is probably friends with the Hurricane social media person and saw that and said, "Yo, we have got a gold mine. Change it now."
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
North Carolina is absolutely trolling ESPN right now. It's
Zach,
like, all right,
go look at their bio now.
Check out the back check.
The Canes. Their bio now says the Carolina Hurricanes in quotations and then comma at ESPN.
I think though, like whoever
this is hilarious, man.
is going to get like killed tomorrow, or they're
the Carolina Hurricanes. Yeah, like you've done all this prep work. You've gotten all these analysts. You've gotten everything you needed to do get ready for your first night.
News station.
Oh, they've been
sports.
Oh, they've been trashed for so long. Like they
cover football.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, LeBron James sneezed today. All right, well, here's like the Yankees, Red Sox. All right, going back to football real quick. Oh, here's like a 2-second highlight of hockey. Back to football. Oh, wait.
Guys,
Anthony Cupo did something like this tonight.
So give credit to one of our fellow Belly Up podcast accounts. They just posted a poll on Twitter, the Backcheck Pod. What's been your favorite part of the hashtag Sea Kraken expansion draft so far? Carolina Panthers, 3 New York teams, tossing the fish, or Joonas Donskoi.
Wait, they said Joonas Donskoi?
Yeah, Sean butchered his name.
Oh no! Oh my god!
It's crazy because Dominic Moore, he used to work for NBC Sports Washington. I watched him all the time for the Capitals.
Donskoi? No. Why? Why would you do that? ESPN, you are. Oh,
but none of these guys, Kitty. None of these guys have like minimal hockey coverage experience. Like all of these guys have covered the NHL for a myriad of years.
But the thing is that they've gotten all these people they just signed, all these analysts, all these guys who've been in the league, and it's like you automatically are already screwing up that bad day one. Come on, like
we've been saying since before they started making picks that it looks like an extra episode of Sopranos, so it only makes sense to have Donskoi.
I mean, there's no woman on stage, so if you had a woman analyst, maybe.
Boy.
Who's that person? Like, do you guys remember all that stuff that was going on with the NBA with like Rachel Nichols and all that stuff with that Maria Taylor?
Maria Taylor didn't. She just said, ESPN.
She pieced out on ESPN. She's like, yeah, I'm not. No, it's like
Marshawn Lynch, sir. That Kraken had a stick.
Ew, it's the Nashville Predators. Ew.
Who gives a shit?
Exactly.
Yep.
Maria Taylor's not resigning with ESPN, so
you got them. All right, cool. Bye.
Her coverage of the NBA Finals last night was her last time with ESPN. So she
I saw that. Yeah,
she'll very likely sign with somebody else. She's an incredible analyst, but
for sure. But yeah, no, it's the fact that that whole drama, and then she automatically dips after the after the NBA Finals. It's like
it's a blunder for ESPN. Like,
it is
handled, blatant racism on screen better. Like,
that was a mess. Oh my god,
ESPN is. We're definitely going to see how this is going to work out for the next few years, but I don't know, man. That's tough.
I really hope they shore it up. They've got to.
Their biggest thing is they need to get people who actually know something about hockey.
Well, but that's what they're saying. Dominic Moore and Kevin Weeks are both experienced analysts, and
I'm sorry, but the fact that they had Stephen A. Smith do the first ever thing for hockey, and you're just like,
well, that doesn't bother me because he is a face of ESPN.
I was going to say, he even has a LinkedIn following. Like, that guy has following on every single sport. So the fact that he did it satirically is kind of frustrating. But if he had done even a bit with Kevin Weeks and said, like, we're so excited to welcome you to ESPN, like, tell us about what's going on in hockey right now, and Stephen A. Smith was a side personality, they could have done it so much better. But
the fact that it's just
the puck is black.
And if this goes back to
like, fuck off. Like, are you kidding? This is so disrespectful.
Yeah, it's like, wow.
Really, Stephen A. Smith would say, disrespectful.
What's this? This goes back to if this broadcast is actually pre-recorded, why did they not edit the Carolina Panthers and Donskoi? They had a chance to fix this.
I know we said that we thought they were going to announce trades after the draft, but they shortened this to 9:30, and it's 9:15.
Oh,
wow.
No, really?
Wow.
This could go down as an absolute fucking blunder because of Frank.
Oh, yeah, easily. Like, it's like this has already been a joke. Like, we're all supposed to be like, oh, look at this. Oh, the shock value. It's like, nope, same pick.
I was about to check and see when the end time was, and it's in 15 minutes.
Where's your
See,
where's your Fleury or James Neal There's no big names like Vegas when they came out and they had their expansion draft. Like that was the talk. It was Vegas was making all these big moves, and Seattle has drafted nothing but youth and cheap contracts.
Yeah, they just had a 7-time Pro Bowler from the Seahawks, and now it's Vince Dunn. Like, are you kidding?
Not gonna lie though, that hoodie is pretty nice, and someone had someone had to release the Kraken T-shirt, and it actually looked really nice too.
Yeah,
like
as soon as they make a respectable either free agent signing or a respectable trade, then I will buy merch from them.
My thing is,
sell me today.
You have Tarasenko. Tarasenko is available when you go with Vince Dunn.
Well,
three shoulders.
To be fair,
they passed up on
Tarasenko has injury concerns.
Jonathan. Like they could, like Seattle Kraken. The Kraken could have absolutely just blown the doors off with getting all these. I know you have the finagle salary caps and stuff, and probably have to re-sign guys if you're getting UFAs, but you're getting no names like outside of Tanev and it's just like
Tanev isn't even a name.
NRD did put out
name.
The fact that Tanev's a name is a problem. The fact that Jared McCann is a name is a problem. Like
that's what, Mason Appleton. You have so many Jets. Mason Appleton is that's the thing. It's just
allegedly hadn't been said yet.
Actually, they just announced it.
No, they just announced it.
It's Appleton for the Jets.
Appleton.
But I'm just saying,
it's muted. All right, shut up.
But so is mine. I'm looking at the TV, multitasking. Alex,
I have like 13 monitors. Shut your mouth.
No one. Okay, it's not my fault. Whatever. But I'm just saying though, there's so many names you could have gotten. And you're just getting young, small contract, and the fact that this whole day has been absolutely ruined just by the guys that Frank and the fact of all the names they've picked. Why? It's like all the hype for nothing.
Expected this with a coaching hire. Like the head coaching hire was a blunder right out of the gate. Like they had like rumors of Patrick Waugh, and there were big names rumored. And now we get their draft.
Like if you want to go with old and traditional, hire Claude Julien. Don't hire Hextall.
if they're sticking with that route, I'm still, to be honest, I'm still surprised that Torch doesn't have a job.
True.
Yeah.
Are we just buying it? Are we buying into like just jersey and logo hype with what we think this team's going to be and the expectations that they came in the league? Because everything to this point when it comes to Seattle has been a fart.
Yeah,
that's all I think so far.
Free agency.
I think this is what we expect. I think this is what hockey fans expected with Vegas. This is what we expected when expansion teams were announced. Again, this is what we were thinking. So Vegas set the bar so high that not only is this under everyone's expectations, it's lower than what I think we were expecting when we initially had.
It's absolute
trash.
I think also the fact that
sick flow.
Teams were
Hayden Fleury. That's nice.
I think so. That's a fine pick. That's if you want to take a guy.
That's actually good. That's not.
This is a fine pick.
Yeah, that's not bad.
The other 15 guys under $1 million.
I think to be fair, I think teams were a little more cagey this time because of George McPhee's Bond villain cosplay last year. The last expansion draft.
But the thing is, though, it's the fact that so many guys were exposed, and the fact that the Seattle was hyping, we're going to take all your favorite players. We're going to snipe all these teams, and they've done nothing.
The selection.
Your selections are bad. It's like you hyped this draft for nothing.
They're not done because, again, with these players, they're at a $41 million salary cap. The floor is at $60. They have $19 million. They have to have minimum.
They called the Ducks the Mighty Ducks, by the way.
Wait, what's that?
They called the Ducks the Mighty Ducks just now, the Anaheim Mighty Ducks.
Oh, my gosh.
The Anaheim Mighty Ducks.
That's on purpose. That's a Disney property. Disney property. That's on purpose.
Thank you, Andrew.
Oh, my God.
There you go. But it's like what Ryan said. It's going to probably free agency. Plus, they're picking a lot of UFAs, too. So they got to sign all their UFA guys.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's been a lot of stuff that have said that, granted, they're not going to have it on. So this is all going to be over at 9:30. Stay on social media afterwards because that's where everything's going to start getting leaked out.
We might as well just keep doing this and just wait for all the stuff to come in at that point.
I drink thinking this was going till 10:30, man. So
I got my beer. I'm staying on until 10 and see where we're gonna get more stuff after this. Apparently, with the extra 30 minutes.
Another one. I might get another one.
You might as well, Ryan, because we're probably gonna be here for another half hour, 45 minutes, just reacting to Twitter news. Because
I'll have to get one of my athletic brewing. New partner of No Credentials Required. FYI.
Oh, congrats on that, sir. Cheers.
Thank you.
Cheers to you.
Yeah, I saw you guys have a new host for a short shift now that we're in commercial break.
Yeah, we recently brought on Low Quality Bruins fan, who is a YouTuber. We had an episode where Thomas couldn't make it and he was going to be the guest. So we brought him in as kind of a co-host with me. And that episode went so well that we decided to bring him on as a permanent co-host.
Hey, there you go.
Congrats.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. And it's so far, it's like been a skeleton key for the pod. It's like unlocked something in us.
That's awesome. Yeah, you guys do a really good job over there, and the fact that you added the third now, it's like phenomenal. So, congrats to you guys. That's great.
Yeah.
But hey, Kyle though, Puckberg, dude, the guess your like list of all your people you're getting on your podcast, dude, phenomenal job. Like loving your episodes, man. And that intro, that intro though,
yeah.
It does nice.
You guys, listening, all of our podcasts, link trees and bios and all that are in the description. So make sure you check them all out. Like, subscribe, follow.
Everybody.
I don't do a minute, but all the links are in there for everybody that hopped on tonight. So
yeah. Thanks, Shannon, for doing that. That was
no worries. I did it all awesome. The playoffs, so now it's just muscle memory.
Which I want to say huge shout out because we've all been doing a ton of work. But Shannon and Megan at the Slapshot Sweethearts, every fucking live stream, they were nonstop. And they're both in school, like busting their asses. Kudos to you guys because I'm tired after talking for like an hour. And you guys were on for like 4 hours at a time, like 3 times a week.
Yeah, that was really awesome. The fact that they did like the entire playoffs too.
Yeah,
that was a good job for you.
Yeah, that's an exciting guess.
Giving my kids a bath. Good Lord. Like,
I mean, 20 minutes. We did not stream every game. We would text each other and be like, it's not happening today.
Like, I work overnight. Like, even I don't want to come on and like do some podcasts on our off nights because I'm just like, no, I'm not doing this. I've worked like 4 straight overnight shifts. Nah.
Yeah, we're just trying to make sure that like I'm sure you guys are facing the same thing. Like making sure off-season content is still interesting and fun, and there's so much going on. So we've got a bunch of guests scheduled for the rest of this week into next week and going on. So it should be fun. Actually, Fink gave us one we're recording with tomorrow. So
Shan,
that reminds me. There's one that I think we're going to be getting that I think you and Megan would enjoy.
That would be great. We're looking for one from every team, and we've been getting a ton of NWHL ones, but we were looking, since it's NHL offseason, for NHL ones. So as much as I will never deny NWHL guests, we were looking for NHL ones.
Hashtag pins up, by the way.
No. Ribs. It's all about the Riveters.
I love the Riveters and the Pride equally.
Riveters, baby. Let's go.
Pins up, baby.
Kinetic. Oh, well, Alex.
Whale pod, baby.
No one cares about Minnesota.
Let's go.
Alex, no one cares about Minnesota. Just calm down.
When was your last Isabel Cup?
Oh, Minnesota is the bad place. Like, no one likes the Whitecaps.
Well, too bad. I do. So.
Oh, no. Talk about guests, Shannon. We still need to get you and Meg on our podcast.
Alex, do you become like the fan of leagues and then just pick the most woebegone teams to become fans of?
Yikes.
Well, no, the Whitecaps are good.
They are good. They are good. Hey, Andrew, remember, I'm from Northeast Ohio. I'm from Cleveland.
I'm sorry about that.
I got my Blackhawks. I'm okay.
All right, everyone. I think Andrew has to go. He just leave.
That you're a fan also, and that's in Ohio.
Wait, what's that? What's Shannon?
I said I always forget you're because you're a Chicago fan. I think that you don't live in Ohio, but you're a Cleveland fan normally. So,
well. I mean, I was already a fan of the Blackhawks and the Canes before the Jackets became a thing. So it's just like it is what it is. Plus, I've been to Game 7 of a Cup final and I saw the Hurricanes win it. So I mean, it's just
they saved the Giordano trade for these last few minutes.
Trade
or pick. Sorry.
Pick.
Oh, okay.
Even though it's gonna be a trade. Pick. As if the 37-year-old was the biggest thing we've done today.
Hey, there's your name.
There's your face of the franchise.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
next,
That's
the
your
Seattle
captain.
Kraken
That-
selected
that-
Pavel
For 2
Datsyuk.
years, and then
That-
they'll trade him off.
No, yeah,
He'll be Derek England.
Yeah, that's a perfect comparison.
Pavel Datsuk's rights.
Just
No.
wait. The Sedin brothers are going to come out of retirement.
Did you see Pavel Datsuk's rights?
Yeah, Arizona owns his rights.
Also,
And Sonia Chara's gonna come
also
on this
Marion
week
Hossa's
in
too.
a jersey
Yeah.
and shit the bed.
Like Marion Hossa is also a Coyote.
Oh God, dude, that
Patrick
does
Sharp
not look
actually
right.
didn't sign with anyone after
Oh.
NBC Sports so that he could play another year.
All
with
these
us.
young guys in this are fine, but Mark Giordano in that jersey, not in the Flames, just looks weird.
It does look weird.
Okay.
It's very weird.
I'm surprised they haven't announced him as captain already because
Yeah.
he's the most experienced guy they got on this roster.
You got to look at contracts too.
Well, for the young guys, for the younger franchises, they usually don't announce a captain the first year.
Oh no, I know.
Yeah, because they didn't. The
Vegas was like
Vegas
didn't
this
have one
year,
till
I
this
think
last year.
Stone was the first captain.
yeah,
this year.
yeah. It's year 4. It took him to year 4 to actually announce a
I
captain.
mean, but the Rangers
fair.
have a captain in like
To be fair,
And to be fair,
Mark Giordano's contract, he's only has two years left. So
Yeah, that's what
It's
Shane.
just
Yeah,
like
Shane was
25
saying that.
yeah.
Oh,
Because,
sorry,
yeah,
Shane. I didn't mean to step on you.
oh no,
Shane.
you're
Sorry.
good. You're good.
well, because the fact that because they gave Stone that long contract in Vegas, that's why it kind of makes sense to name him a captain because the fact is like, oh, here you got to the airport. Here's your contract, or I can give you captain next season. So that does make sense.
in my opinion, if they were going to name anybody captain this year, which I don't think they should, but
Hmm.
it would probably be Yanni Gourde.
Yeah.
He has the longest contract, is probably the most underrated player on it, and he just won back-to-back championships with Tampa.
Yeah. I think that's a pretty obvious. I think that's a
Championships.
pretty. No,
Championship.
don't. There's no such thing as an asterisk cup.
Well,
No.
if they're gonna do the problem is you can't give after Giordano had the C for that long. You can't just demote him to an A and do 3 A's. Like that's gonna look uncomfortable, especially to guys like Gourde. And then if you think, I don't even know who they're gonna give the other one to. Like
Here's the question though: Who's Calgary? What's Calgary going to do next year? Are we going to go 3 A's?
Their best.
Are we?
I don't know, if they don't trade YouTube, it's probably a good option. Like
They're
Oh,
a mess
man.
right now. They are a
Matt-
mess.
Matthew Tkachuk is the next captain of the Calgary Flames.
They
he
gotta
doesn't
resign
want to
him.
be.
they need to. It's simply. I was talking about it earlier on that stream. I was talking about they desperately need to just get over it. They can't do a mid rebuild anymore. Like they just need
Blow
to
it up.
accept and
Blow it
enter
up.
the full one.
Blow it up. They have
Yeah.
to. They have to. Actually, I have a question for the panel here. I think this is bullshit, but I want to get your take.
Oh,
on
Adam
it.
Larson is a good A that they could add as well. Sorry.
Yeah. Do you think it's bullshit that Vegas doesn't have to give a player up?
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Okay.
I think
they signed a deal when they did their expansion. Oh yeah,
What-
you don't have to give
what
up a player.
should have
Like,
been done is in that deal, they knew that there was going to be an expansion draft in 4 years. It should have been, if you're in the playoffs 2 out of the 4 years or 3 out of the 4 years, you give up that exemption.
exactly.
And
Yeah.
you have to give up a player.
But no, but it's Vegas. They're the golden childs of the league. They should get everything. Like, oh wait, the All-Star game, outdoor games, the best roster ever. Like, oh, and the fact that
Best
they-
front
they-
office.
they can circumnavigate the cap like a million times. Just
Well, they don't
'cause
wear
can.
mob chains there, so
They don't.
But they do. But
they are the mob.
But no,
They
their helmets. Let's be honest, are absolutely horrid.
Stop it.
The goal.
You know, my
honestly,
thought.
I like
Stick.
the branding for Seattle better than Vegas, but then they just
100%.
absolutely fucked up this draft, and
Okay,
I'm not
yeah.
comfortable.
Let
Like,
me.
why
Let
did you
me.
take they're announcing LA now? Why did you take Curtis McDermott with their pick? Even
What?
Brendan Lemieux would have been better.
We said on the
Oh,
show. We said on the show they have to take the Brendan Lemieux.
It doesn't make any sense. It was
This-
confusing to me when the Rangers traded
Ron-
him. to LA. Like there has to be something underground that we don't know about.
There-
Brendan Lemieux.
Ron Francis better have at least 7 trades in the chamber because if this is his team,
It's embarrassing.
no,
They are going to be
better sell that chain on his neck for more cap space so he can sign something.
He has the cap space. He's like 20 million under the cap.
I know, but who the hell is
million under?
He had a whole exclusive period and he still couldn't sign shit. Like, what are you doing?
Pavel Datsyuk coming back to the NHL confirmed. They're getting the rights from Arizona, confirming it. Just doing it right now.
So basically, the Kraken are pulling it.
Thanks, Frank.
They're basically the Kraken are pulling an anti-Tampa. They're not going to be 18 over the cap. They're going to be like 20 under the cap. And they have absolutely nobody.
Bring back Jaromir Jagr. That's it. That's all they need for their new captain.
Did you just say they need to bring back Jaromir Jagr?
Yeah, she did.
Shan, you my girl.
Oh,
you're my girl, Shan. I love it.
He needs one more NHL uniform, you think?
Yes.
Come on.
Yes.
Dude, hey, the traveling Jagrs in Seattle. Who wouldn't want that?
How long after this draft do they announce that Marleau is the captain of the Kraken?
Jesus.
Oh my god.
I hate everything.
And then this
about
guy
this.
from San Jose, he had 5 games in the NHL.
It hurt to watch him play last year.
I'm sorry. It's just what is Ron?
The stat right now is he has 169 games played over 3 seasons in the WHL.
Oof. Okay, let's outside of Giordano. Combine of out of all the guys who are well-known NHL leaguers, how many games total has this entire roster has played in this league outside of
I was saying
Canada, Gord, and Giordano? Like
I was telling our intern Jenna, we were going over ideas on how to make graphics for our Instagram, and I was like, honestly, you can make a graphic just about how at least 10 players they just drafted have played under 10 games in the NHL. And she was like, wait, are you serious? And I was like, yes, you can do that. And she was like, I think that might be controversial. And I was like, I don't care. Like, please make it.
Hey, exactly. Hey, it's ESPN. Controversy sells clicks. So
Carolina Panthers, man.
Carolina Mighty Ducks.
No, Donskoi. Oh,
this is a dumpster fire.
Dude, this has probably been
Rick Cervalli needs to be banned from Twitter for 6 months.
I'm surprised the NHL is not going to have a hit man on that dude. They're going to have a hit on him. And
to be fair, I'm mad at us because we saw the picks and we still fucking watched this. We knew what was going to happen.
Well,
and yet
we had a prior
in.
engagement. We had to do it.
We kind of had to do it. And plus,
I'm having a blast.
Like we love hockey.
If I was not,
look at this Kraken owner.
I'd be on.
Oh my gosh. Dude, these Kraken owners, man. What in the world are we doing here?
Okay, I got
wow.
I have a question.
This Caps reverse retro.
No. Wow, dude.
Dude, that dude just got done shopping at Walmart. Good lord.
Which one?
All of them.
Yes.
Oh, wait, is that James?
Yes.
James Bay? Is that what's it? Yeah, Transformers.
Jerry Bruckheimer.
Jerry Bruckheimer? Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot he was the.
You mean Michael Bay?
Michael Bay. Yeah.
Who the hell is James Bay?
Wait, hold on. Isn't he like a pop singer? Something like that?
That's not James Bay.
Who is that?
James Blunt.
Thank you. Look at me. Nothing about me says, hey, I'm a pop guy.
James Bay is a beautiful man. These men are not beautiful.
Wait, Shan, who is James Bay? I don't know who James Bay is.
He's like Callum Scott or John Legend. Any of those guys.
I don't know who that is either.
Who? Wow. I look at the fact that it's dude.
Okay, so
all the guys that are in person.
I was going to say, so we can go ahead
owners.
and confirm that no one that's there is going to be a part of any trade. They wouldn't fly these guys out,
Cole
put them in a jersey, and then bring them back up.
Average 13
They wouldn't be introducing Giordano in person if they're going to trade him tomorrow.
Oh my gosh, Cole Lind of the Canucks. He's a Canucks.
They're going to make 0 trades.
Oh my gosh.
So far.
Let me pose this question to everybody on the panel. Would this draft suck more if it wasn't spoiled?
No,
because it would actually be more.
Because if you sat here,
it would be more. It would be more entertaining. It would be more entertaining.
Yeah,
entertaining.
You get genuine reactions. Like this is all like It's
this
whole Malcolm in the middle. I expected to be something about low expectations, and I'm still disappointed.
Oh yeah,
here's
so
the thing.
bad.
We're still getting genuine reactions because we're seeing this on paper, and it's like, oh my god, this is actually happening. They're really doing it this way, and there's no trades. Like,
not yet.
Not yet. But the fact of the matter is that if they're really waiting, the NHL needs to be kicked in the metaphorical balls for this. But if this was really 90 minutes and there's no trades and they're waiting until afterwards to announce trades.
Well, and the fact too, they've done so many.
They've literally blown everything.
They've also leaned so heavily. You can't say the NHL fucked up in letting all those picks go if you're going to do your entire bit of coverage and then announce trades later, which is going to be on Twitter, and say that you don't want things to be announced live where you get coverage.
Yeah, here you go, Fink.
Yeah. That's exactly it. It's the quote is, "I expected nothing, and yet I'm still disappointed."
Yeah, well,
or if any of you watch Arrested Development, it's I don't know what else I expected.
No. Here's a perfect thing. This is for Frank. Give your balls a tug, bud.
My coverage literally already ended, like soccer.
Yeah. Same.
Oh yeah, same. Yes. Oh
this
yeah.
should add to it. This will explain a lot. Morgan Geeky just tweeted out.
I saw this
a few minutes ago. Is now a bad time to tell everyone I have a Pizza Hut gold card?
That's the most exciting thing about this stream tonight.
Oh man! And the fact that Frank,
I'm proud of you,
has not tweeted a single thing in 4 hours. He's just sitting there laughing like Dr. Evil and Jeffrey Bezos.
It's just
$100 million.
100 million trades.
All right, I gotta go to NHL Network. I gotta see what NHL Network is saying about this because oh my gosh, this is their
you probably can't see what this says, but it's like Seattle's tweet for Carson. I can't even pronounce it from
Turkowski.
Yeah,
Turkowski.
They go from the city of brotherly love. We're so proud to select this man who's played 4 NHL games out of James Van Riemsdyk, Jacob Voracek, Ghost. Like, are you joking?
Yeah, it shouldn't be a we're proud to select. It's we didn't want the other idiot, so I guess we're going to pick.
We don't like the other cats, so we're going to take this guy who's played 4 games.
High and wide right now have to just be like beside themselves. They like kept all the guys that they have on their roster, and that's the dude they lose.
Well, my boyfriend's a Flyers fan, so earlier I was like, how do you feel about, retaining all of these bad caps? And he was like, well.
So
a Flyers guy. That's an interesting move.
I'm risking getting just served for this one. But as of right now, there are no side deals.
Oh my gosh.
Seems like no. This isn't a hot take or anything.
No. How legit is this? It's like, oh my gosh, could you imagine?
Yeah, but if there aren't any side deals, Ron Francis should be fired.
Yeah.
And Ron Francis also should have not overplayed his hand. Did you hear some of the reports of some of the asking price?
First and a third. A first to flip a third to okay, we'll take this guy, and a first to flip him, and then acquiring more draft capital. Yeah,
Ron Francis tried to be Rod Francis. It looks like just from reading everything, the last maybe like 15-20 minutes. It seems like Ron Francis tried to be George McPhee Part 2, and everyone was like,
nope,
no.
So basically,
outside already retweeting moves the Kraken must make to be competitive. Like there's nothing.
Amazing.
It's bad that with all of this, tomorrow is going to be more exciting than today was.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think I speak for Shannon. I could hardly focus on Kyle today.
Oh my God. I had like 3 more hours of grad school I needed to do today. And then all of the picks started dropping. And I was like, well, we need to do this. And we gained like 40 followers today just doing all of the like bad leaks that I was tweeting, which is great. I mean, it's shoddy, but it's great.
Yeah. What's up, Kyle? Kyle, what's up?
Okay, now we see what Seattle's cap looks like. 41 million?
It is 52.5 million.
52.5?
Yeah, they're still about $9 million away from the floor.
They still have 28, just barely under $29 million of cap space.
Well, the thing is, they still have to sign all their UFAs, so that is going to go up. Let's be honest.
But
all that they have to take care of their UFAs that they just picked.
They don't have any UFAs at all.
No,
they
they
don't?
signed him. Alexiak, he was signed today.
NHL roster.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Like they still
Bayreuther
have
and
to.
John Quenneville are the only unrestricted free agents. They still have some restricted free agents.
Okay.
Oh my gosh!
So quite a few of the young guys they picked have to be re-signed. They weren't even a value like.
So the best case scenario here.
Free agency.
No. The best case scenario tonight is that they announce all the trades after the television coverage is done.
But the television coverage is done, and
what the actual fuck is this?
So basically, all of our teams that didn't lose anyone significant, we all just basically won this expansion draft because Chicago lost nobody. I mean, Ryan, did you feel like you guys really lost anyone huge off your team?
Nathan Bastian, oh boy.
Yeah, I think Kyle with Donskoi is probably the most egregious one out of all of us. I mean, Andrew and Shannon out of Boston.
I was about to say,
you lost anything? Like,
find third pairing defenseman
in the NHL thing.
Yeah,
like I don't care. Like I couldn't give two shits that he got picked. I knew he was going to get picked.
I mean,
I was going to be more mad if a guy like Curtis Lazar or something got picked because we need forward support.
Oh, Curtis Lazar is amazing. Yeah, I like Curtis Lazar. But Fink, I mean, for you, I mean, Alexiak, like, is that the worst for you guys? I mean,
no. I mean, I will say this is something I say. I felt like the Stars absolutely finessed the Kraken because I think they when Bishop waived that no match clause, let's look at their goalies right now. Khudobin would have been selected.
Oh, for sure.
No argument. Looking at what they picked,
you had to keep them.
That would have hurt because, again, like we said at the very, very beginning of this, we don't know what Bishop's status is. We don't know if he's going to retire. We don't know if he's healthy or not. Alexiak at 4.6 when the Stars, I believe, have right around 5. No, not going to happen. Not for a second line, a second line blue liner. No, I'm not going to go in and give him 4.6 for 4 or 5 years. Absolutely not.
So basically, like outside of, like, say, Kyle with Donskoi, no one here on the stream lost anyone significant, and that's mind blowing. The fact that, like Andrew, like you said, there's no news of a side deal because everyone's talking about side deals. There might be a side deal.
Everything I'm reading here. The rumors that they were demanding exorbitant prices, that was the reason they didn't end up with any, and teams being unwilling to do them in a flat cap.
A first and a third. A first rounder and a third rounder to not pick your guy.
Cap space and draft capital is gold right now.
Yeah, and the fact that they basically finessed themselves, the Kraken, out of getting a significant roster. They're basically have to rely on free agency to do anything. Like the notable Kraken defenseman is Adam Larson and Mark Giordano. 509 in points and 137, and they both average over 20 minutes of ice time. I'm on NHL Network right now watching this. It's just insane, the fact that the two names that the NHL Network's talking about that's the most significant names picked is Larson and Giordano.
Here's a thought, and this is something that obviously they're going to pick. We're going to see something happen. We're going to see a trade. We're going to see some free agency pickup. Something's going to happen.
Yeah.
Seattle has been begging for another professional franchise forever. Looking at the fact that they know, looking at what they have, that they can wait 1, 2, 3 years. The fans are going to come, and they're going to make bukus of money no matter what. And so when the cap steadily starts to rise in 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, they're going to be probably basement dwellers, but they're going to continue to bring in fans. And let's remember, this is a business first, sports second. As long as they make money, they're going to be happy. And Seattle is going to show up for this team, and they're going to have a chance, I think, in 2 to 3 years, if big free agents come out or if trades happen, they're giving themselves a cushion. This is me kind of being like the devil's advocate here. But this team sucks. I don't want
to. They're playing the. It's basically what you're saying is they're playing the long game. They're trying to be like, all right, we're going to suck for a few years, but we're going to get better once the cap goes up. Which, in hindsight, if you think about it like that, that does make sense. And luckily with Seattle, for the fact that all they had has been the Sounders and the Seahawks. Like that's all in the Mariners. Well, the Mariners are the Mariners. That's whatever. But yeah, I mean, outside of soccer and football, like they've been wanting the Sonics back forever. Now they have a hockey team. Like you said, they could have fans who are going to be there regardless because they want hockey. And now you have that already big rivalry with Vancouver. Those games are going to be huge in themselves. But yeah, I could see that where it's like, yeah, we'll wait until the cap goes up and then we'll just start going and getting everybody. But man, that is I think it's kind of risky though out of the gates. Thinking 3 years from now,
how are there no side deals?
I'm sure there were, but we don't know about it yet.
I think it's those picks. I think that the demand of the first and third rounders to do it. I think that really teams are like, we're not giving up that.
Hang on, do we have a definitive list here of all?
Yeah, Seattle posted it.
Yeah.
Okay, hang on. Let's all go to it. Let's all go to it.
Imagine being proud of that team and posting it.
Imagine saying, "This is my team, supported by merch, by a jersey."
They couldn't even get into the AHL playoffs.
No, like JH from Providence can only work so many miracles, and it's not with this team.
Yeah. Oh, the thing is, like the fact that Seattle hyped themselves up so much to just absolutely annihilate teams in this expansion draft and did so poorly. Like you overhyped this draft and did absolutely nothing for it. Like you let everyone down. Like you could have gone in the middle of the road and been like, all right, there's some names that are solid, but it's Eberle, Giordano, Tanev, Yanni Gord. It's just like
that's it.
You guys got you have 5 names and Dreger. He's been in the league for 5 or 6 seasons, and he has 1 good year. And it's like, yep, we're gonna give him a nice contract. Like, jeez. Really?
What do Seattle fans go and buy their first Kraken jersey? Like, who do they pick? Like, who are you excited about?
Jersey until Nobody. You give me someone.
Plain. You got to go blank. You got to go blank. You can't.
Blank.
What
about this?
Yanni Gord.
Draft gave me anything to support. What am I excited about?
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, you guys may really chunk about our Kraken today, but when we send Gretzky tomorrow, he's going to score touchdowns all.
Dude, just wait. There's going to be some hefty free agent signings for the Kraken, man. You got Gretzky. Both Sedins are coming in. Pavel Datsyuk's coming back.
Super Mario's going to come back.
Yager.
Look out, Pierre McGuire. This guy's coming for a job.
Marion Hossa is coming back.
I heard Jeff Bezos is going to bring Bobby Orr back. They're going to get his DNA and they're going to recreate him. So that's
if anyone can do that, it'll be Bezos.
It'll be Bezos.
In his phallus rocket.
No, they're going to bring Gila Fleur back. They're going to get just Patrick Waugh in his heyday. They're
basically going to play NHL 3 on the new shell and then get all of the legends back and put them on the Kraken.
Pretty much, yeah.
Jeez.
Like, can you imagine everyone's going to get NHL 22 and they're just going to just do a massive amount of trades or just do a redraft of this team because no one is going to who's going to be Seattle?
Dude, honestly,
and I'm going to do a rebuild of the Seattle Kraken.
I honestly want to do that and see what the overall for the team is. I bet it's 74.
If that. I go 70. I go 72. And that's being nice.
That's insane.
Seattle just drafted the Monstars before they got all the NBA talent. And they were just like the little bug alien.
Oh, that's fantastic.
You could just Photoshop all the Monstars and Kraken jerseys. That's the team.
All I can think of is he's mine.
No. Here you go. They're basically District 5 before they got their actual Duck jerseys.
Oh man, this is the Don't Bother. We're watching the Don't Bothers right now.
Yeah, yes. The Don't Bother. Yeah, they're on the ice, not knowing they're on the pond, not knowing what they're doing. I hate hockey and I hate kids. This is where we're at right now.
and here comes Ron Francis. Ron Francis recovering from a DUI in his limo, and Giordano's hopping on his limo.
Yeah, and you got the Hextall in the front seat, just get out and trying to get off my car and all. It's trying to hide his candy from the kids.
Oh my God.
It's dude,
Hextall's wife is the actually going to be the coach, not him.
Oh, dude, this is just
crack, Mr. Francis, crack.
Let's crack open a cold one for Seattle because
Rest in peace.
Pour one out for this expansion draft.
Actually, yeah, that's
honestly honestly their goaltending. Now looking at it, the save percentage is pretty good. The goals against are not bad either. And they do have two solid good goalies, but Drager with that deal though.
Zach, if this is the foundation of their team, because they just built the foundation of their team going forward here, they're going to get fucking boat raced no matter who's in goal.
That defense is going to save nobody.
Did anyone hear what Marshawn Lynch announced when he announced the what's his name? He goes
big boy Yali.
He goes boy Cali.
Big boy Cali.
He didn't even try.
He couldn't say Cal Youngkruk at all. It's just like
he just goes boy Cali.
Amazing.
I'm an idiot. My intern posted the roster, not Seattle Kraken.
Slapshot sweethearts ahead of the curve. Catch up, NHL.
I had her make it earlier and I forgot.
Dude, this is just such a train wreck for the Kraken. Like, you could not have just had the worst expansion draft ever. Like, the NHL has to be so mad right now for the fact that it's just this has been the absolute worst. Like, the picks have been trash. All the leaks have been trash. Like,
so this makes sense. Pierre LeBrun just tweeted out any trades that Seattle may have made in the hopper or whatever will be finalized and announced after the trade freeze is lifted at 1 p.m. Eastern on Thursday.
Well, yeah, because they were about to announce them live during the draft, and as soon as they didn't finalize anything by the end of the draft, now they have to wait.
Wow. Well, at least our show tomorrow is going to be fun with all the trades allegedly we might have.
Allegedly.
To be fair, this is just.
Oh, man. That's been the most fun part of this whole thing.
It has been.
I'm gonna have to sit there and let this marinate for a bit, but
man, this is
brutal.
I am so whelmed,
dude. This whole expansion draft was super 10-ply.
So 10-ply.
Oh yeah.
Hey Zach, do you remember when we started this? We were making fun of the Blackhawks.
Hey, I do. I remember.
You guys aren't so bad.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty much.
I think you guys won this draft.
Yeah.
Hey, if all he had to give up was John Quenneville with no side deals, I'm not. Hey, you know what? Gave up Duncan Keith. Rest in peace to my boy.
R.I.P. Jesus.
Yeah, for the fact that we got absolutely got a third and a really nice $850,000 contract out of it. I mean, and we gave up John Quenneville for absolutely nothing. Okay, Chicago has absolutely won this deal. Now we just got to get rid of Sidorov, and we'll be set.
I'm sure he'll be included in the trade with Columbus for Seth Jones. So,
no, you can keep him.
Alex, do you want to be the one that gives him over almost 6 in AAV? It ain't your money, I guess.
Not me. I don't give a shit.
Hey,
I'll just have to suffer longer.
I just love the fact that someone's like, "Oh, it might be Alex DeBrincat going to Columbus." No.
Well, whoever said that is an idiot. Like I said, out of all of them, the only one that's on the table.
It was a verified account that said that.
The only one that's on the table is Kirby Dach, and that would be only if Seth Jones signed a massive extension to go over there.
I've said this. I want to get everyone's perspective on this. How bad does it look on Stan Bowman in the front office for the fact that this kid hasn't had one normal regular season of hockey, and for the fact that you might trade him inside his ELC still, for the fact that you could have traded, and I talked to Kyle about this, you could have gotten Bowen Byram, who's basically almost the same type of two-way. But I know he's hurt, Kyle. I know he's hurt. But, like, you could have gotten Bowen Byram in the draft. How bad would that look, though, if you gave up a kid not even one regular season of hockey under his belt, and you're going to trade him inside his ELC for a guy you could have drafted? I don't think it's
the worst thing Stan Bowman has done in the past 15 years. Mike, drop.
Besides that, well, I told you got to look at it. The Blackhawks are, dude. Patrick Kane is getting old. Jonathan Toews is getting old. They're not going to be trying to be like, oh, well, we want to win with these guys, so we're going to have a 19-year-old kid. When you have the ability to get somebody that is an NHL experienced defenseman to help with that. I understand where you're coming from. I do. And that part of that's because you like Kirby Dach. I get that.
He's our future first line center, though.
I understand that. But the room that you guys have to win a cup is in the next 2 years.
With this roster?
Okay,
that's not
Patrick
going to
Kane.
happen.
So, all right, Patrick Kane and Jonathan Tays are gone. Now, how much longer are you going to wait for another one? That's what I'm saying.
I mean, it is what it is.
You know,
it is what it
It's
is.
going to stay for a while. You get
yeah,
that. It's fine. You have Kevin Lankinen. He's going to be there.
Our entire decor is going to be there. Oh, but okay. So Ryan, Andrew, Fink, and Shannon, like how bad would this look though if you're trading your third overall pick within his first 3 years and he has a full regular season yet?
Well,
for Seth Jones.
Yeah, I was going to say the only reason I'm doing that is if it's for Jack Eichel. I'm not doing that for Seth Jones. I'm not trading shit for Seth Jones.
How bad would that look, though? You're third overall, and he hasn't had a full regular season. And you're going to get rid of him as ELC?
Yeah, and he had
yet.
And here's the
his
big
wrist
thing.
was broken.
His
wrist was a literal S.
Well, here's the big thing about the wrist breaking thing. It was a freak injury.
Yeah,
it wasn't like a chronic pull and tear and non-contact injury or something like that. You don't give up on that. I don't think
that's what I'm saying. Like how like I said, how bad would that be though if you trade Dach? Like I said, he's had a short season and
Jones
two shortened seasons. And you're gonna get rid of this kid and his ELC.
Also,
happened before and it'll happen again.
Also, I just got confirmation. I just got confirmation. Bill Daly announced that expansion draft related transactions had to be submitted before the deadline this morning. There are no deals involved with the expansion draft. Any other trades that will be made at 1 p.m. tomorrow.
1 p.m. tomorrow.
All of our teams just won the draft. No, outside Donskoi, we all won this trade. Well, we all won this draft. None of our teams gave up anyone that was significant. For nothing. Oh my gosh!
Wow,
Ron Francis has really just crapped the bed. If I'm the owners of Seattle, I'm beyond mad right now because you got absolutely nobody outside of the 5 guys we've said that are actually significant enough to make it interesting. You got nobody.
This is an all-time flop. Chris Johnson reported it doesn't sound like Seattle Kraken have too much in the drawer for when the NHL's roster freeze lifts at 1 p.m. Eastern time tomorrow. They'll be busy in the days, weeks ahead, but only 1 or 2 moves expected right out of the gate.
Only 1 or 2?
Free agents.
God,
dude! You're the free
but
agents.
The jersey sales, though.
The free agency. They're going to have to hope on so much of free agents wanting to come there because, they got nobody. Like Yanni Gord, Drager. It's just, dude, this is so bad. Like this is such a trash roster.
It's bad. It's good. It's fun to watch because this is what they get for leaking all that shit and disappointing us. This is what
Frank Cervelli.
Yeah, he is the price of the NHL.
Well, no, and the fact that too they hyped up for so many days how they're going to steal our favorite. Like in their bio, it's like we're going to steal your favorite players. Sorry, no one really lost their favorite players.
It's like the Carolina.
I don't know. Maybe there's a
San
Jose Shark fan who's heartbroken over losing Alexander True.
Yeah, it's funny because it's literally the antithesis of what the Hurricanes social media is. They're like, oh, we're going to be like them. We're going to be edgy and we're going to talk about taking your players. And now they're still talking shit, but they're awful. At least like the Hurricanes are fun because they're a decent team and their social media backs it up. Now we get to watch basically the windy social media try to defend In-N-Out. That's me taking a dig at In-N-Out because we're a Whataburger type show. You should know.
That's like basically if I'm the social media person, I would not like every game you lose, immediately post the graphic of the score and don't put a caption. Don't even say final. Don't even say final with a period. Just post the graphic and just don't even read the comments because you're like Andrew said, you're gonna get boat raced.
If I'm the Carolina Hurricanes social media account, I'm marking this day down for when April 1st of next year comes around, and they announce they have alternate Carolina Panthers color jerseys.
Wear them for warm-ups. Wear them for warm-ups. Donate
Wear them for warm-ups.
All right. So I'm on there. They're the projected forwards right now. Yarncrook, Gord, Eberle, top line. Tanev, McCann, Donskoi, Pitlick, Appleton, Blackwell, Turkowski, Geeky, and Bastain.
Yeet!
Oh my gosh, that's your projected start. I saw their defensemen earlier,
and they put Donskoi on the second line.
Yeet, as Alex says.
Bold move, Cotton. Let's see how it plays out.
I'm looking. I look at their projected forwards, their projected forward lines. I'm like, oh my gosh, this roster is like that first line is the only the most decent line, and that's saying something. That's not even good.
They're not done yet. I'm telling you, there's going to be a lot more going on with them.
They better hope.
2 days.
They better hope because oh my.
Well, they have to.
Oh my gosh.
They have to get more in the salary cap.
Total ice times, Johnny Gord, 17. Blackwell, 14. Tanev, 14, 26. 36 points for Gord, 22 for Blackwell, 16 for Tanev. Tanev is plus 12. That is the best plus minus of all three of those guys.
Ryan just posted the link in the chat.
What's that?
Ryan just posted a new link in the chat. Stormy has officially changed his outfit over to the Carolina Panthers colors.
Oh, I'm that bear. Oh my gosh. Ryan is just top
this
row.
Is so great.
Dude, sorry, Shannon, were you gonna say something?
Well, no, the fact that Brandon Tanev is one of the best plus minuses says quite a bit about what they just.
Yeah, Blackwell is plus 2 and Gord was plus 10.
Yeah, but they're not even going to keep Blackwell, from what I understand.
Well, looks like they're keeping everyone.
I don't know.
This is something.
Wow, it's just for the fact that Brandon Tanev.
Imagine setting up this beautiful organization, this beautiful branding, jersey, giving hope to the city of Seattle that lives in rain, and then this is what you give them.
Oh, Kraken prioritized energy guys up front. I'm reading the graphic off NHL Network, and for the fact too is the fact that Brandon Tanev's this is his blurb that we want to talk about him. He won an NCAA championship with Providence in 2015, and he led his team in hits all 4 seasons. That's the best stat or anything you can say about Tanev is he did that. It's just energy guys. That's what they were prioritizing, energy guys up front.
Wow, I got
Dude,
nothing.
Yeah. If you guys don't have NHL Network, you need to get on that somehow. But it's just I don't have the captions up. I'm just reading what the graphics are throwing up.
NHL Network.
Yeah, just with just reading the graphics. This is bad. This is an absolute joke.
But so fun to watch. It's like a train
Can
wreck.
you
It's
get
a dumpster fire.
Can you get the sense of the dialogue on NHL Network? What are they giving a vibe of? Are they positive about this at all?
From what I can tell, they're
talking.
Yeah, it's
not really one way or the other.
Yeah, I can't really tell, but it's just it's. If I was them, I'd be like, dude, I don't know what's going on, because none of this makes sense. So you have no side deals.
If you could think of all the good guys that were available that they passed up on, name me one that you just cannot understand.
Carey Price,
Tarasenko.
No, I can
Carey
actually understand Carey Price.
I can't use an eighth of my cap on one goaltender that it's in his mid-30s. I can't.
Yeah, but looking at it now.
But to be fair, look and say, say that he wasn't good in the playoffs. He is single-handedly the reason why the Canadiens made it as far as they did.
Yeah,
I don't think so. I think they had a miracle with prospect development somehow.
I think
the Kraken are looking to make without Carey Price.
They're talking about right now who's the biggest forward to step up for the Kraken this season. Mason Appleton.
Mason Appleton's not a bad pick. But he would not be a bad pick if they also made other reasonable picks.
Total ice time in the last 3 seasons, 11 minutes and 43 seconds, plus 11, 43 points.
So with this current roster, Carey Price would be a terrible pick. If they're looking to build for the future, yes.
Oh, yeah, no, that, yeah.
But this would have been a team where if they selected Carey Price, that's when James Van Riemsdyk needed to be picked.
Goss to spare, or Tarasenko, everybody.
That's when those bigger names would have been needed to be picked just so they can be competitive. And Carey Price is not a goalie you pass up every day. But honestly, if you're going to go along the lines of whatever high school team you're putting together now, don't waste the money on that. Don't waste the time.
I think Fink's right. This could be a long-term, we're going to suck for about 3 seasons before the cap goes up, and then we're going to go like full steam and just go get everybody, because there's no way that Eberle, and just the fact that with just, like I said, we said Tanev, like even the other guys that they've picked, it's like you have maybe 5 or 6 guys that are just names that are going to produce. But the thing is, you pick Giordano. He's the oldest dude by so much, and everyone else is like in their late 20s.
Giordano is the face of this franchise.
For 20 minutes until he retires. He's 37.
Fleury's traded to the deadline.
If I'm him, I'm like, no, get me out. Like, if I were him, I'd be like, this could be a really amazing team. I could have a really great last 3 years of my career. And then they see how you just drafted. No, I'm not staying.
No, he's got 1 year left on his contract. He's an unrestricted free agent. I would be telling them either trade me at the deadline or I'm walking, and I'm going to go to a contender.
And I like how the Riveters put this out. Because they were trolling the Calgary Flames. Like, could you imagine exposing your captain? We couldn't. It's Madison Packer. I mean, I love the Rivers and the fact the Packer.
I love Boston pride, obviously, because I'm from Boston. But the Riveters, because the Packers, they are
and the fact that their social media is so good too. But it's could you imagine leaving your captain up and Giordano is picked, and he's like, I'm going from Calgary, where we're kind of middle of the road,
like Colorado. Although he's an unrestricted free agent, pretty much said Seattle take him,
It's just insane that it's Giordano got picked, and he's the only guy who's what? He's going to be sitting there going, I can't believe I'm going to be on this bad roster for a season. Get me out now.
And imagine you're, granted, none of us are professional hockey players, but imagine you're later in your career with whatever you do respectively, and you've got 3 years left, and you have to do a hugely labor-intensive, non-rewarding job for the remainder of your 3 years before you retire. Fuck no. Absolutely not.
Being the base of the face of a franchise with the most ECHL roster you could ever imagine, with maybe a few names, this is so bad. This is an absolute joke of a roster. Like Alex said, they might have to do more. They're obviously going to have to do more work, but if this is your foundation, this is a bad foundation to start on.
Very bad.
Maybe the Thrashers and maybe Columbus and other teams have had, pretty bad starts their, tenures as teams, but I have to say this is probably the worst. Mm-hmm. This is the worst I've seen for any expansion team.
Did we get spoiled? I'm going to pose a question here. Did Vegas spoil us?
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
100%. Yeah. 100%. Because no one knew, because when was the last expansion draft that we had? Was it Columbus in 2000?
Nashville in 99?
That was all
Columbus. It was Columbus, Nashville, Minnesota.
Yeah. Those teams are all together.
Yeah. So basically you haven't had a normal expansion draft until you had Vegas, where you revamped a lot of stuff. Mm-hmm. And Vegas just absolutely just fleeced everyone out of their mansions, their cars, and everything else. And then now you've revamped it again for the Seattle, and all the teams know what they're doing. And then Seattle wants to try to pull Vegas. Absolutely backfires. And then we get the most underwhelming expansion draft ever within the new expansion draft rules post 2000.
Right.
This is the most absolute worst I've ever seen.
The frustrating thing is I know Columbus is pissed about the rules, but Seattle had everything, all the tools in front of them. and took a broken drill and a hammer and said, like,
Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
Seattle Kraken forward Yanni Gourde has to undergo shoulder surgery on Monday, per Joe Smith of The Athletic. He's expected to miss approximately 4 months.
Oh my
Yes!
Oh
Let's get
my.
cracking. Let's get cracking.
Let's go.
Wow.
that's perfect.
They
my
had
and
to
I-
have known.
I just finished my beer too.
They had to have
Wow.
known,
You
and they
need
didn't.
that.
And they didn't pick Max Domi because
Tarasenko,
man.
Domi.
I'll be honest.
Because
and
Domi has
this
an
is-
attitude problem.
This is not
But
my bias, but I think
but his dad had a better attitude problem than he did. Let's be
yeah,
honest.
sure he did.
Love it.
For me personally, and this is, you guys can call me biased or not. I think them not
You're
taking
biased.
Max Domi is
Biased.
probably one of the biggest surprises in the entire
Idiot.
draft.
Shocked.
That's not biased at all. That makes
Like,
sense. Like
I like Max Domi a lot. I think he's actually a cool dude, but not taking him from Seattle standpoint, that makes no sense to me. That is a guy that needs a fresh start. He was in Arizona. He was mediocre. He got traded to Montreal. He was good-ish, and then he was mediocre again when they moved him back to wing. Then he came to Columbus. Now, unfortunately, he had to deal with Torts' system, but he was mediocre last year. He needs a fresh start in a new place, and that would have been the perfect guy to take.
the Seattle Kraken draft big physical guys on their blue line, 6'3", 221. Here's 6'7", 255 for Alexiak. Saucy, 6'5", 211. McDermott, 6'5", 233. Fleury, 6'3", 208. Larson, 6'3", 208. And I forget the last guy was, but it was like 205. Like,
With all
okay.
that,
I
if they
have
were
a
doing
question.
that,
I have a question. What's Yanni Gourde's contract?
give me 2 seconds.
$5 million, I think.
draft
so
physical blue line and draft big guys. Like,
but here's the thing: if Yanni Gourde had a couple of years left, if I'm wrong,
He does. He's got
Okay.
4 years left. He's a free agent after the 24-25 season at $5.1 million a year.
Okay,
Shit.
then let's look at this. That's a cap dump.
Yep.
Tampa knew that he was hurt. They talked to Seattle. There's going to be a side deal because there's no way that Seattle picked him knowing that he was having shoulder surgery.
Yeah.
That's a cap dump.
No, apparently
Something's
he
happened.
already had it. Apparently he already had it.
Yeah, I like Shannon. I saw a report about 10 minutes ago that he already had it like on
Okay.
Monday.
So that's a cap dump. Tampa is going to give them something for taking Yanni Gourde because obviously circumventing Tampa
Yeah,
is.
to keep Andre Palat and to take an injured Yanni Gourde.
Tampa has to drop so much cap. Like, even with, like, I think I was a cap friend. Like, even with them, all the other stuff they dropped down there, it's still going to be like $8 million over the cap. So they still have to get rid of like a bunch of guys still. So it's
Right,
a cap dump, but like side deal. I mean, I think they had to expose a lot of guys already with massive caps. So I think Seattle had to take someone
Well, I think
with a huge cap.
with Tampa, that's why everyone was saying, and I completely agree, that this past season was like the last real hoorah for Tampa to really win it up, because that team is not going to be together. Like,
No.
Blake Coleman will walk, and it's not because of him, because Tampa can't afford him.
Yeah.
They really
Well,
can't
I mean,
afford all these
Barclay
guys.
Goodrow just got 6 years, so
Yeah.
That contract is that's
Well,
we spent about 10 minutes on the short shift. The latest latest episode just shitting on that contract.
That's a bad contract. Well, the fact too is they're even talking about, is Steven Stamkos going to stay in Tampa too? It's like, if you're talking about maybe moving away from Stamkos, who just got you back-to-back cups, that is a tough look.
Okay, how much did Steven Stamkos do for the Cup last year?
Absolutely zero.
No.
My point exactly. He did not lead them to anything.
I mean, I posted this on Twitter, and people are like, well, he does a lot more than just put points on the board. I'm like, he's a captain who's gotten 1 goal in 2 back-to-back.
I could see him get traded, because here's my number one reason why. How are they going to afford Braden Point next year?
How long does Kucherov still have on his contract?
Kucherov has a long
lot. That's what's
He's a UFA after the 26-27 season.
you can't let Braden Point walk after having probably
yeah,
a
Kucherov's in
contract
his
on
prime
Smythe.
now. By 27, that contract's going to look horrendous.
Oh, absolutely.
Brain Point had basically a Conn Smythe playoff, which I think he should have won.
He should
But
have. They only gave it to him because he lost the Vezina.
Well, and the fact he also had like a bunch of shutouts too. But it's like you have to pay Brain Point. Like you can't let that do
Braden Point is a player that you don't pass up. He's like, in my eyes, like a David Pastrnak. He's a player that comes along. You don't.
Me and Andrew pop up.
You don't like give up on that person. You do everything you can to keep them in your organization.
Did you talk about our Lord and Savior, the pasta?
Yeah, I did. The Dunkin' Donuts representative of the world.
Mm-hmm. Sorry. So you guys aren't fans of the pasta stuff? You have to say Pastrnak.
I don't like when they relate him to pasta. I think it's a dumb thing to do, but I know that.
Have you had pasta? It's the best.
I had chicken parm for dinner. Yes.
Have you ever had macaroni?
So speaking of
with
Boston,
the chicken strips.
So speaking of Boston, so I was just up there for vacation, and I heard everyone's like hyping up Dunkin' Donuts in Boston as being like the best thing ever.
Nah.
I didn't see the hype. I didn't see the hype. Everyone's like, "Oh, Dunkin' Donuts is so great here in Boston." I'm like,
and Andrew,
like, really?
Correct me if I'm wrong, because he still lives there, and I haven't lived there for 6-ish years.
Okay.
I didn't see the hype of Dunkin' Donuts
But
at all.
I'll say that Starbucks also has said hype, and then you eat their food, and it's gross.
And then you also cry after spending $37.
Starbucks is.
I do have to say that
Dunkin' Donuts is more garbage.
I have to say though,
I don't drink coffee, so that I'm a poor example in that realm.
I have to say though, like Boston, like Quincy, Boston, Cape Cod, like I had a lot of good seafood up there, so I'm not upset for the fact that at least the food is good.
Wait, you went to Zach? You went to Cape? You went on Cape?
Yeah, we went to Provincetown.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, we went to Huh?
When did you go to Provincetown?
This past week. Like I got back Saturday.
You should get a COVID test.
Yeah, there's a huge cluster of COVID over there.
Oh, I'm vaccinated.
Provincetown is the reason that Massachusetts has an indoor mask mandate again.
Mm-hmm.
Man, this is. I'm sorry. I'm still baffled by.
So sorry to like damper the parade. Just want to make sure you're safe.
No. I mean, I'm vaccinated, so I'm good. Like
it's the variant that doesn't.
Oh, it's
what related news, Andrew? I might be looking for a co-host soon.
Oh man.
Wow, dude, that hurts deep. but no, like we went to we also we went to a lot of good places to eat as well. Like we went to Flo's out in I forget what it's called. It was like outside Newport. That was really good too. So yeah.
In Bristol or
no, we went to Newport. We went to a couple other places, but it was a good trip though. I had a lot of fun.
I'm supposed to go up in September, so I'm excited to.
Yeah.
I'm going to Tampa in November.
I'm actually going to the Cape next week, but I'm not going to Provincetown.
I'll be in Iowa next weekend.
No, but I'll be
on purpose.
On purpose. Yes.
On purpose?
Yeah.
On purpose. Yes.
No,
not you, Shin. The guy going to Iowa.
When anyone goes to Iowa, I always
went to
ask on
Iowa.
purpose.
I was telling Ryan this.
Did your best friend go on purpose?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you why I'm going. My nephew is in the Barstool Barnburner Classic. He got drafted by starting nine.
Nice. There you go.
Yeah. So I'm going to watch him play at the Field of Dreams.
That's awesome.
Hey, I've been there. Field of Dreams is amazing.
Do you know where you're going in Iowa, Ryan? I hate that I know the.
Well, I'm staying in Dubuque. Dyersville is about half hour north.
Yeah. That's you're in a good spot. Yeah. So
yeah,
I'd say Field of Dreams. I stopped at the Bob Feller Museum in Iowa too. Very really cool place. I don't know if they're still doing that or not, but in Van Meter. But yeah, Field of Dreams. This is like before they started doing all the renovations for the classic and all that. So it's like, so it's a good spot. But we're actually me and my wife are going on our anniversary trip up to somewhere in Virginia. I forget now, but yeah, so we're gonna go out there. So
if it's Virginia, let me know where it is, and I'll give you some recommendations.
Shoot, it's historic. It's an historic town. I
That
forget.
doesn't narrow it down.
No, I know. It's just
Historic
Virginia,
towns
based
in
in Massachusetts
Virginia,
and the
go.
yeah. Figure out an historic town.
Williamsburg.
Yes, thank you. Yeah,
There we
yeah,
go.
yeah. Well, we
Good
went there.
guess.
We went there for our honeymoon and our 1 year. We're going here for our 5th. So, yeah. So, got another awesome trip planned at least. But yeah.
Are you
but no-
staying in Williamsburg or are you staying outside of there?
No, we're staying in there. Yeah, so we're gonna stay there as well. But the reason I went to Boston because my folks are up there, so I haven't seen them in like 2 years. So
Oh, you have family in the promised land.
yeah, my mom works at she's a upper management. She works at corporate for Stop and Shop up there in Boston.
Oh,
So-
Stop and Shop's they call it Giant down here. Stop and Shop, same difference.
Yeah, well, it's
Yeah.
basically the Ohio version of Giant Eagle. Well, it's your guys' version of what
Well, so
Giant
it's
Eagle is for
interesting
us in
because it's
Ohio.
the same exact logo, but they call
Yeah.
it Stop and Shop in Massachusetts, but it's Giant everywhere else.
Yeah, so
And so we thought when I was growing up in Massachusetts, they thought it was a rebrand of Stop and Shop, but it wasn't a rebrand. It was just Giant buying Stop and Shop.
there you go.
So the expansion draft.
I was going to say, correct me if I'm wrong. Is Tony DeAngelo the guy who went off the rails with the Rangers?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, so apparently the Canucks
Yes.
are sorry, not the Canucks. The Canadiens are interested in him.
Oh
The
my!
Rangers are going to buy out Tony DeAngelo in the next coming days. This is from Kyle Hall. Don't be surprised to see Montreal Canadiens go after him. Habs were very interested in him at the deadline, and there is mutual interest. With Weber's injury, they need help on the blue line.
All right, well then all the homies are gonna hate Montreal then because no one is gonna like that scumbag.
No, what a fall from grace Montreal is going to have after a fantastic season.
Well, yeah, that is the
Hey man,
wow,
hey,
way to go.
you want to get the league to hate you again? Sign Tony DeAngelo. I'll be right on the front of that.
Yeah.
Well, the funny thing is, Andrew, like I've seen all over Twitter, like you're like, I don't hate Montreal that much, and now it's like, never mind, I literally hate Montreal again. Like why of all guys you go after DeAngelo? Like really? That's a bad look.
Because Seattle took all the good players.
The best.
Okay, I do have one gripe because I'm thinking like I'm trying to think this through again, and just the fact that they missed such a unique opportunity because there should have been trades. Like the NHL should have worked this around somehow and made this like the NFL draft where they have selections. You know, hey, 3 minutes until the next selection of the Seattle Kraken from this team, and then have like a ticker on the bottom saying trade alert. Like that's what we should have gotten.
Didn't we kind of have that with Vegas though? Like didn't it seem like we had a little bit more time in between picks with Vegas?
It feels so long ago now that I don't remember, and it sucks because now that I'm thinking about it, and I mentioned this to some people today, I was not invested in that. I wasn't as excited because I didn't know what to expect because all of the expansion teams before that were dog shit. Like I knew that,
shit.
Well,
shit.
I was like 9 and like we're talking 2000. Like I was born in 91. Like at that point, like
yeah,
I don't know who really cares about expansion draft when you're like 9 or 10. No one really.
Cool logos, but
Yeah,
it was just
ooh, I like that jersey.
yeah, which we still do as adults, obviously, but it just blows my mind because I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, okay, I didn't realize how amazing of an experience that was having that draft with Vegas and all of those substantially amazing players that obviously went on to do great things, and the franchise is still doing great things. And so, like, Seattle had such a unique opportunity with ESPN, and they completely shat the bed. Like, dog shit, bag on fire, stomp it out in your front yard.
Well, also, it didn't help too that all their picks got leaked well in advance as well. But it's still like you could have maybe like done something else with your picks or like we talked about before, like earlier. This could have been a troll job where like they could have just fleeced everyone, like, psych, this isn't the actual list. But yeah, this is the actual list.
Too late for that now.
Well, yeah, why don't they just screw these? I mean, it sucks to screw reporters that are verified, have all these followers. But, if you saw that this was devolving, why didn't ESPN be like, throw some fake names out there? Like, screw up the pool. They didn't do anything. Like, they didn't do anything to screw up what was going on.
No, well, ESPN's dealing with so much other nonsense right now, so they probably don't care. Well, I mean, they probably care to the extent of the fact that,
Like wholesome videos of Giannis? They're not doing anything.
Yeah, it's just it's ESPN and it's basketball. I mean, that's what that drives most of their ratings is basketball and NFL. Like that's all they really care about. That's why I'm still kind of surprised that ESPN picked up hockey again. Like, all right, so you're gonna give us our 20 minutes every show like you used to, if that.
Here's my question: would it have been better if this were on Turner Sports, like TBS? Or would it have been the same crap show we just watched?
No, because Frank would still be alive, so therefore he would still be ruining Twitter.
How about NBC Sports though?
Well, unfortunately, yeah.
So you would much rather I'd rather deal with Frank spoiling everything than listening to Pierre talk.
No, I would rather NBC Sports. I prefer the analysts there. They're boring. But the thing that I wanted from ESPN was they have personalities when they're doing stuff. They have guys that are interesting. They do fun jokes and stuff. We didn't have that here. They had Kevin Weeks going from business to business, which I appreciate, highlighting small businesses. But that's not personality. That's not saying, oh, well, why'd you pick that guy? Like,
I wanted Charles Barkley and Shaq to do this.
It's not a Stephen. It's not Charles Barkley. It's not a Shaq. It's not any sort of that situation they do with basketball. You have the NHL contract for however many years now. Solidify what you're going to do. And
I think it's 7 years, right?
Yeah. So you better figure out what you're going to do now. Because if you're going to do 3 years of soft coverage and then we're going to have a personality, no, it's not going to work.
If they bring the glowing puck back, I'm going to riot. We do not need that again.
They're going to bring the glowing puck back from your lips to God's ears.
You heard it here first.
But yeah, Shane, you're right there. Like, are we like you said? Like when they used to have NHL, you had here's Barry Melrose and his 5 to 10 minutes of hockey, and that's absolutely it. And you get 3 highlights, and you have maybe the Red Wings and the Colorado Avalanche. No offense, Kyle, and that's it. Like, are we just gonna have the same 2 teams every night? And it's just the ESPN Plus thing they're gonna have to deal with all the out of market games since there's no longer NHL TV. Like, they better really do a good job of.
What am I
having that set up?
Connor McDavid 4 nights a week, and even though they're
no, Sidney Crosby. 5 nights a week.
It's gonna be American stars. It's gonna be Austin Matthews and Patrick Kane.
Oh yeah,
Connor Hellebuck. All the American stars.
I would love to watch Toronto Maple Leafs just absolutely lose their game to the Senators every other night because why not? Or lose to the Canucks after being off for a month. It's just I agree with Shan. The ESPN really needs to set a good precedent to make this work, or this is going to be a really.
They could have had a good entertaining. Kevin Weeks is entertaining. They could have had.
I don't want to suffer. I don't want to suffer for the. I don't want to.
That was entertaining.
I don't want to suffer for the next 7 years with.
And coverage is boring. I used to watch him, like I said, on NBC Sports Washington. He's boring as hell.
Give me Patrick Sharp in that jawline, please.
Yes. Give me Patty Sharp.
Give me Patrick Sharp. If you want to make a splash,
you just made Shannon so happy.
Just get Patrick Sharp. Get Jeremy Roenick to say a public apology for the shit that he's done.
Patrick Sharp is boring, but he's good at what he does.
He's great at what he does, and let's be honest, that jawline can cut steel. But I'm telling you,
Patrick Sharp is boring. Excuse me.
Get
all of you men. To say he's hot because he is.
Get Jeremy Roenick to publicly apologize. Get him nice and buttered up. Bring him back because he's a personality you want. Or even Brett Hull. Sober him up a little bit. Bring him back.
Thanks a lot.
Have you guys seen
Thanks a lot, Spin Chicklets. Chicklets just absolutely ruined Roenick.
Have you guys seen the show Brockmire?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's very similar. This is what I'm picturing Patrick Sharp. Brockmire, had his blunder and is trying to make his way back. Patrick Sharp can make his way back. Granted, it wasn't as obnoxious as Brockmire, but it's a hilarious show.
Even Roenick's too. Roenick's was.
I see Alex cackling.
Oh, Alex.
It has nothing to do with this. I found a GIF of a guy poking himself in the eye with a straw, and I can't stop laughing.
It describes the Seattle draft right now.
He's at a bar. It's surveillance footage. This guy's at a bar. He has a massive cup that has 3 straws in it. And he gets it and goes to take a drink and pokes himself in the eye. And when he raises his head, the straw's still stuck in his eye.
But yeah, just this.
Sorry.
No, I really don't want bad coverage for the next 7 seasons because we do not need to suffer. Like at least we have still NHL Network for some. I mean, ones who do have it, but it's like, man, ESPN and TNT better not make us go like, why did we leave NBC Sports?
No, this is gonna be a learning curve. I bet.
Well, it better be.
It's gotta be a learning curve. It's gotta be a learning curve. It's one bad night. You can't have 7 years and one bad night.
But Ryan, we have been. I just saw that straw video. Fucking hell!
I can't stop laughing. It's so funny.
It's like watching just boom, 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 boom. That's the part that got me. Oh my god!
Oh my gosh!
But Ryan, we have been so just kicked in the dick by NBC's coverage that the fact that we didn't get oh my god.
Watching this video.
Stop looking at it.
The fact that we didn't get like a banger coverage to start ESPN, we've got it's muscle memory at this point. It's like, oh, this shit again, you know?
Yeah. No, well they brought up Chris Fowler.
Mm-hmm.
Does he know hockey? They should have brought Bucci.
But that's the thing, though. How do we have no NHL guys doing like coverage?
Bucci Gross
outside of Kevin Weeks, outside of Weeksy, that's all you have.
Bucci Gross was tweeting during the draft. He was available.
Why was he? He's a big
available.
hockey person. He's the biggest
hockey person.
You know who wasn't there? You know who wasn't there?
Melrose.
Linda Cohn.
Yes.
Linda Cohn, another person.
Linda Cohn. Linda Cohn. Melrose.
Steve
Linda
Levy.
Cohn wasn't there. She knows her shit.
Wait. No,
you brought your C team for the draft. That's the big problem I have.
No, here's
in terms of Fowler. I mean,
I'm gonna make sure it's the right person. Here's one. Where's Emily Kaplan?
Yes.
Yeah.
Emily Kaplan. We've been trying to get her on Slapshot Sweethearts for a year. She is amazing.
She's great.
ESPN people are impossible to get a hold of.
We got on her co-host.
How about Greg
Wyshynski? He was writing. He was there doing the media, the writing. He's doing post game stuff, or post draft stuff.
Well, I know Emily Kaplan was in Columbus, but it's just like, come on, like you have all these personalities that we've known for a long time there, and you've gotten more because of this new TV deal. And you send these guys, that, like you said, it's a bad start. They better fix this, like you said, Ryan. But this is a bad start. Like, you have none of your NHL personalities outside of Kevin Weeks.
But Gord Miller of TSN is reporting that there's reason to believe there are quite a few trades that Seattle is going to make after the fact here.
See, that's funny. And I think this is just because they're talking about tomorrow. But Francis was asked, this is Dan Rosen, NHL. Francis was asked if he could ballpark how many trades the Kraken have in the drawer now that they will pull out when the trade freeze lifts tomorrow. And he quoted, probably a lot less than you guys think there might be.
What does he think? His fucking thick chain is going to win him a cup?
Okay, here it is. All right. So the most recent expansion teams in their inaugural seasons: Thrashers 39 points, Predators 63, Wild 68, Jackets 71, Golden Knights 109. Yeah.
Oh God.
Predators 98.9. It was 98.99. Thrashers was 99, and then Columbus was 2,000. But yeah, like Thrashers were 39 points in their inaugural season. I don't think the Kraken even touched 70 points this year.
Yeah, unless they all blow our doors off in the next 24 hours.
Yeah, once the trade once the trade thing lifts and stuff like that, they start making trades. Yeah. Of course, if it's not a lot, so we're talking like single digit trades, then yeah, even that and UFA pickup, free agents. I don't think this team hit 70.
Okay, let's take the focus off of the sadness that is the Seattle Kraken already, because we all have our designated teams, and tomorrow is obviously a very important day for all of us. I would assume there's at least one or two things that might happen. I'm curious with everyone on right now what they think their team respectively is going to do when the roster unfreezes tomorrow. Because I feel like tomorrow is going to be a shit show in the most fun kind of way for a lot of teams.
Tomorrow and Friday.
Bruins will re-sign Taylor Hall tomorrow.
Yeah. What is it, a four-year deal?
I can see it.
4 years, 5.5. Looks like 4 years, 5.75.
I saw a report. There's a rumor that Hyman's going to get an 8-year deal with Edmonton.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there goes one of my wish list guys I wanted to get in Chicago.
Dude, you think you can get every free agent?
No, I'm not Scott Lazarus. Calm down. I'm not Scott. I'm not Lazarus. You can quit all or Mark Lazarus. Calm down right now. I said either Dougie Hamilton if the deal is right, and if we can get Zach Hyman. I'm not saying we need to go get everyone because that was dumb. So don't roll me into that.
Connor
As soon
McDavid,
as
Blackhawks next year, it'll happen. I'm sure.
as soon as the roster gets it's unfrozen, thawed out in the climate change arena, the Avalanche need
What
to.
a slip that was. And I couldn't believe the climate change arena. There's an oil rig in the background. Just
The climate change arena, unfreeze the roster, go get Gabe Landeskog, bring him home.
Oh, you have to.
Even with what he's asking?
It's 7.5 at the most. It has to be.
Yeah, that's where it's got to be. They freed up enough room with losing Donskoi and the Ryan Graves trade. He has to come back. I mean, Seattle walked away from him. They talked to him for 72 hours, and they wouldn't meet him at the money he was asking. So,
the Seattle Kraken's first home opponent, Canucks, in October.
I bet they're going to lose.
But do you know who their first game is in the preseason against? Vegas Golden Knights. I believe is the proper announced.
Of course.
Yeah.
How does
history?
How does Seattle stack up against the Pacific Division?
Oh, just wait. Seattle and Vegas will have a stadium series next season.
Oh my God.
Outdoor game or some shit.
Yep.
And to be completely honest, to be fair, I don't mind that for Seattle. I don't want to see Vegas.
No,
I think it'll be cool because obviously Seattle's going to show out no matter what. I think it'll be it's a cool atmosphere.
Well,
I don't want to see Vegas.
Have it at Safeco Field.
My thing about a team being in the league for 15 minutes getting an outdoor game, I don't like that.
And an all-star game?
Here, let's have a fun interactive moment. Raise your hand if your team has been in an outdoor game. Every single fucking person except me.
Well,
they
need to give Carolina that stadium game that they were promised.
They
were supposed to do it at NC State's football field right next door to the arena in Carolina.
They're getting it this year.
Seattle doesn't need an outdoor game.
They're moving it back.
Seattle needs to get an outdoor game when they get past their basic Seattle logo shirts, when they actually have merch and something to rally around. You can't fill a stadium full of draft generic shirts. You got to have some kind of like history at least.
I'm totally trademarking Climate Change Arena though.
Yeah,
we're making those in the shirts for no credentials required.
Shannon. Taylor Hall deal has been confirmed by Drager. 4 years, $6 million.
Hey, there we go. $6 million.
4 years, $6 million.
$6 million per
pay cut.
Wait, 6 per or just 6?
6 per.
That's a pay cut.
That's not bad.
I mean, I wanted closer to 5, but the fact that he's not testing the open market, happy about it.
And for the fact that you guys absolutely fleeced Boston for him and Curtis Lazar, it's just.
Well, so a bunch of people thought that Curtis Lazar was going to go to Seattle, but obviously Ron Francis has some continued
I don't know why though, because Lazar is good though. Like Curtis Lazar is actually pretty good. Like
he made our fourth line have a pulse.
Yeah, like Curtis Lazar is a dude you want. He's basically like a Brandon Hagel or another guy who's like he doesn't have like the first line tangibles, but he's got that motor to make your fourth and third lines like go and do the dirty work. And like that's a guy like Curtis Lazar. It's like that you want to have that guy on your team. Like he's not going to be leading your team in points, but you need those guys who are going to get in in the trenches and do the work.
Mm-hmm.
So
right.
It's the unsung heroes of the offensive line in football. Ryan knows what I'm talking about. It's the offensive line and the defensive line, the big hog mollies who are doing the work that aren't
the dirty
getting
work.
Got
dirty
that
work.
right.
The greasies.
Yep.
Sandpaper.
Yep. Grit and sandpaper, man. Yeah, it's just Curtis Lazar is a guy you want on your team. Like
that was the poorest NHL production since the last NHL production. That was nice.
Alex, I think you and I might have the same. I'm speaking for you here, so forgive me, but I think the roster is being unfrozen. We're going to see a splash between Columbus and Dallas. The fact that they was even brought up,
agree.
The thing is, I think it's going to be a great change of scenery for Jones. I think you guys are going to get exactly what you see with Klingberg in Columbus.
Yeah, I think it'll be good for both of them, honestly.
Yeah, Klingberg, though, that's actually not bad. To get Klingberg back in the Seth Jones trade, that's actually not a bad move.
I will say, from our standpoint on this side, he is a bit of a liability on back check. He is a smaller guy. He'll get in the mix for sure, but he's not Seth Jones size. So you are losing the size with that. But I think if we're going to see a trade between these teams, it's going to be between obviously those guys. The most interesting part, like I said earlier, it's just going to be the pieces that come along with it.
Yeah. I don't know what's going to be going either way, honestly.
All right, so this is from Gordon Miller from 12 minutes ago. To clarify, the deals, or we were talking about this, will include trades involving players selected by Seattle.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because Drager just said something about many looking forward to this, more than a few GMs curious, given a few of Seattle's expansion draft selections. Then he talks about how Hall's new contract is 4 years, close to $24 million in total. So, I mean, yeah, we're going to see a lot of stuff tomorrow. For the Blackhawks, I really don't know what we're going to do. I mean,
you're going to sign Sidorov.
It better not be any more than $4 million.
What's his qualifying offer? Do you know?
I don't really think he even has a I don't know offhand what his qualifying offer is. I know his camp is asking for 5.75, which is not going to happen because he's not worth that. I don't think he's even worth $4 million because I don't want to pay a guy who gets you 2 big hits a game and defends your goalie as, oh yeah, we'll just throw him $4 million with a no, because Nolan Bowman, here's a no movement clause and $5 million. So I want to give you that extra $1 million for no reason. Of course, that's if Stan Bowman's a GM by the time the season starts. So I guess we'll see, because we've kind of tiptoed around the whole thing. Anyone who is in front office that was there at the time, all should get fired. And that, I mean, Alex talked about, that's my stance. Whoever was there, whoever is still there needs to get fired right off the spot.
Yeah.
Done. See ya. Goodbye. You know what happened. You did nothing about it, and then you're still doubling down of like, well, it's been more than 10 years. Nothing we can do about it. Still need to get fired.
Yeah, right. You covered it up. The cover up. The cover up is.
And I still think too, like Duncan Keith and Jonathan Tate said, like they not all the guys knew. So I mean, you kind of have to give those guys, I guess, kind of benefit. It's a he said thing, but in terms of who knew about this whole thing, all three get fired. There's no exceptions. If we have to get a new GM, so be it. If we need to get a new president, which is basically still Stan Bowman, which I don't know why, gone. Everyone needs to leave.
Ron Francis just came out. How many trades do the Kraken have in the drawer for tomorrow? A lot less than you guys are thinking.
Which is what though? Are we talking like 5, 10?
I probably 2, maybe 2.
What's the over under? And we'll see.
Let's say 3.5.
I'm taking the under.
Under.
Let's say 3.5. Let's say 3.5 trades.
I'll take the under.
Yeah, I have to say under 2, dude, because the way this went and the fact that, like you said, here's the defensive pairs: Giordano, Larson, Susi, Alexiak, Dunn, and Lauzon. Am I pronouncing that last name right?
Lauzon, yep.
Yeah, and then extras: Fleury and Cholowski. I'm not good with some of the names, but yeah, that's their defensive pairs.
Yeah,
that's their defensive pairs, and there's their extras with the 2 extra.
Chris Drager is going to get swallowed.
Yeah. It's bad.
His goals against average is going to be like over 4, and his save percentage is going to be sub 9. Like he's gonna be in the like 8.7, 8.8 range.
Yeah.
He's gonna want out by year 2 of that contract. He's gonna get traded by season 2. Because I don't know how you can stay for that. Because was it 3 years or something like that? You're not staying that long.
No.
If you're that bad, even with your cap going up, like if you're a goalie, your deal's only 3 years, and you're looking like what Fink said earlier. If you're looking at a 3-year build, you don't want to torpedo your career on a new team with a really big physical blue line. That's gonna not save you.
You know what's actually really funny, and and Shan, you could probably confirm that this is Bruins fans in a nutshell. I made a tweet about how atrocious this expansion draft was for the players, and a Bruins fan got into my mentions and said, "Well, they have something the Bruins don't, and that's big physical defensemen."
No, they don't.
Why are we like this, Shannon? Why are fans of our team like this?
You have one guy who's like over 6'5", and everyone else is like 6'3", and like
why
in the 220s.
Well, it's because one of our top 4 defensemen is 5'9", Matt Grzelcyk, and people don't like.
Yeah, but tell me on Seattle who's a physical defenseman?
Oleksiak.
Okay, so you've got one.
Maybe Giordano.
Maybe Giordano.
They're
Giordano's
not
more.
taking him. I'm positive they're not.
Really?
That's my like.
Is that your hot take?
Tipsy bet. That's my tipsy bet.
Okay, all right.
So you pick Giordano, you throw him out there in a jersey, you have him talk on stage, and then you're gonna be like, "Yeah, you're not really with the team, but we're still gonna present you just because it's."
Yep.
Can anybody remember who was on camera and who wasn't?
So they had Tanev,
Oleksiak,
Giordano, Oleksiak,
Hayden Fleury.
Fleury, Hayden Fleury, not Cale.
Yeah, Hayden Fleury, yeah.
Okay.
So basically, kind of like the
whatever
names.
flip happens, it's gonna be a small name, and it's gonna be for like a mid-round pick.
Yeah,
it's probably gonna be like a Cale Fleury or someone who's like it's like kind of like whatever. Mm-hmm. It's like we can get, like you said, Andrew, a mid-round pick for a prospect.
Yeah, for right.
Like
yeah,
they can give up that kid from Ottawa they just picked up. They can flip him for something.
Mm-hmm.
It's just I don't know. It's all this is just oof.
Well, this started off real great. This was good. But guys, I think we have been on this stream for over 3 hours, and I think we've been trying to wrap up for like the last 45
yeah, I just
minutes.
now saw that. That's on me.
Yeah. To be fair. Oh, well, I mean, when you get like 7 different hockey personalities all at once, I think all of our, love for hockey is so up there that it's kind of like you kind of knew this was going to happen. We might talk longer than we need to. This was like an hour and a half, and we've been on here for 3 hours. That just shows you.
We did what ESPN should have done.
Not suck.
Get us on camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? Okay, you know what? They just need to hire all of us on, and we just need to go and just do that and get paid millions of dollars to just actually give actual.
I'll be fired the day one.
Millions?
I got nothing else going on.
Dude, give me $60K and I'll still do that shit.
Me and you both.
Actually, true. Yeah, give me about 75, and I'm good to go. 75 G's, and I get to just stay at home and just write articles and just do this. All right, well, cool. Let's do it. Why not?
That would be the dream, man. That would
dude. All you have to do is just stay at home and just write articles and do podcasts or just do like what we're doing at live streams. Who wouldn't want that?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But yeah,
well, guys, I want to say I've got a dip because I guess I have a real job that I have to do in the morning. And
yes.
Same.
I'm off tomorrow, so I'm not upset.
Thank you, Alex and Zach, for setting this up, putting this on, and having us all on. I appreciate it.
Oh, I know. Well, that was actually all Alex. That was all Alex that set this up, man. Because I've been busy with being gone on vacation and work and stuff. So, yeah, I mean, I'm just along for the ride. This was all Alex's thing, man. So, more congratulations to him.
You work so much harder than your NHL team, Alex. Thank you so much.
Oh yeah, it's not that hard. I woke up today, so it's pretty easy.
But Alex, thank you so much for having us.
Well,
Kyle, Shannon, Ryan, Andrew, thank you.
Before we all dip, everybody let everyone know where they can find you on social.
Yeah, Kyle, we'll start with you. We'll just go from top whatever this is. Yeah, Kyle, you can go first.
You can find me. I'm the host of Here in Puckburg, which ironically enough, it's Slapshot Sweethearts Week. So if you want to get your Sweethearts content, we had Meg on Monday, intern Jenna on today, and Shannon will be on Friday. So if you want to check out the podcast Here in Puckburg, you can find it H Puckburg on Twitter, here_in_Puckburg on Instagram. We have a Facebook, so come find us.
God, Kyle, I'm jealous of your voice.
All right, Andrew.
I'm on Twitter. I'm at Short Shift Pod, a Short Shift Podcast, wherever you can find your podcasts. And I am Just You Know Why on Twitter. Come there, chirp me, call me a hack, call me a DJB knockoff. Any name you could think of.
Look for the diva Bruins fan talking shit about Seth Jones every 5 minutes, and that's Andrew.
He'll basically just quote tweet you to death. With his takes.
Yep. Do it. I dare you.
All right, give me a second. I'll get on there real quick for you, Andrew. Yeah. All right, Ryan.
Bring it.
Well, you can find my social media handle here at WhoIsRyanMCC. My podcast.
Who is that guy? Who is that guy?
Ryan? Yeah. What are frauds?
I hear he's handsome. So anyway.
that ball-headed beauty. That ball-headed beauty. To be fair.
Anyway, so my podcast, no credentials required.
Oh my god!
It will be episodes usually drop on Wednesday, but I had to delay it a day because my guest wasn't able to join me until today. That'll be George Manius from the Albany Fire Wolves, our new lacrosse team. Next week I got Rod Peterson. He's coming back to the podcast.
There you go.
And I've got a live stream going this Friday. We'll talk about more national news, national headlines for the week, and I'll be drinking beer and talking headlines.
Hell yeah. Sounds like fun. All right, Shannon.
Miss Shannon.
Yeah, so my social media, as you can see, is Swalshy623, but you can find my podcast at Slapshot Sweethearts. Please follow them. YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I think Megan's working on a TikTok. That is not an app I have or am willing to download. So
same for you. Same. Good TikTok.
We're working on building our MySpace. You know,
but every other app.
I'm working
find our
MySpace. Yeah, dude. Find our Zanga.
No, straight up, like AOL. Like go ahead.
You can download my podcast on Zoom.
Man, hit us up. Our link tree is on our away message.
What do you mean you open a TikTok? And I'm like, no. No.
I still have my AOL my account still, so there you go.
So she got pissed at me because I sent her. I have a Gmail and an AOL, and she was like, "Why do you have this?" And I was like,
Don't ask questions.
Every time I find somebody that has an AOL address, I will screenshot the date. Yes, I will screenshot the date and send it back to him. Zach has a fucking AOL.
I have one too.
AOL for the win.
But okay, Shannon, here's my question for you. Is it your primary one?
No, not anymore because it got hacked.
Yes, thank you, Zachary. AOL is not primary. It's 2021.
And then it got hacked, and so now it's like.
I do have a Gmail that I use.
Yeah, the podcast.
No, I got another one.
Sure.
Hey, it's the one I used to apply to be the Blackhawks social media person.
Hey, Fink, where can we find you?
You can find me at Laces Out Finkel, Finkle on Instagram, Twitter, and
fantastic handle, by the way.
Thank you. Last name Fink, it just kind of worked. You can find
Finkel and Einhorn.
Einhorn Finkel. You can find our podcast at Wada Hockey, where all podcasts are found. You can find at Wada Hockey on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And not this week, but the next week, we are going to be having our first active NHLer join the show. So I'm super fucking excited about that.
Wow.
Don't want to spoil it yet. He is a hometown boy, so it is a Dallas Star. That's the most I'll give away. But yeah, we've got an episode releasing tomorrow with Jeff Totes. He was the videographer for the Dallas Stars for the past 6-7 years. He just recently filmed the mental miles journey that Stephen Johns took across America.
Nice.
They're doing a documentary, so that was a really awesome. Check it out tomorrow. But yeah, check us out on all social medias and where podcasts are sold or found. or listened to
or sold.
Hey, it sold works too. Hey, you gotta make that money, right?
Yeah, man. I actually bought you guys' podcast at Barnes & Noble the other day. It was pretty sweet.
Yeah, it was probably in the discount section clearance.
Yeah, it was on cassette. It was pretty cool.
I would give up like 2 pennies for it. It was kind of wild. It was wild.
We get that residual check in.
Oh,
yeah,
from Columbia House.
Oh, you get my 1 cent. There you go.
Yeah,
nice. Something.
It's a 50-50 split.
Zach, where can they find us?
Well, they can find us at Ken Hawkspot on Twitter. We got Facebook, Instagram. Ken's Tomahawks podcast. I know, Alex, you mostly do the TikTok, so have fun with that because I'm never going to get on that. You can find me at CLE Zach. Tweet at me all you want. I'm not going to quote tweet you to death like Andrew, but if you come at me, I'm going to give you some thoughts, but not as good as Andrew though. But it is what it is. You can find Alex at @Nuttall_CBJ. You can tell him, talk about how bad his team is and how the expansion draft still has ruined his life. So
there you go.
There's that. But Alex, what are we all about at Cans and Tomahawks?
Beer, food, and hockey.
Damn.
He's like, I'm done with this. He's like, I'm so done with this.
Dude, I got a meeting at 8:00. I don't want to be there. I'd much rather jump off a roof than so. I
mean, you'd much rather be selected by Seattle in the expansion draft than go to that meeting.
I mean, that's probably the most everyone's going to see outside of what we just watched with Seattle.
Dude,
so that's actually more entertaining, honestly.
Shane, and that's the bad part. I work in InfoSec now, and we have a lot of people that we do meetings with in Bangalore and India. So I have to have meetings early as shit.
Yeah, you work from home.
That involves me getting up early.
Doesn't matter.
I am a night owl, and I also have these little tiny things in the house called children that I want to kick every day.
Well, that most routes it up for this edition of
yes.
Oh my gosh!
Thank you very much.
Well, I guess I'm going to be a free agent podcaster. So if you guys want to, looking for a co-host, since we're probably going to get canceled, let me know. Just DM me.
Stay tuned for next week. If Zach can survive COVID and Alex doesn't go and get arrested by CPS,
we're gonna cancel off the internet.
Thanks, Andrew.
Extra, read all about it. Alex kicks his children,
and Zach's got the new variant.
Thank you.
He's got the Delta.
Thank you, Shannon and Andrew, for ruining my mental health.
Hey, Zach, I hope you have fun with
We went to the coast and brought back the variant.
I went to Boston Harbor and I
went to the harbor. They got COVID.
I went to the harbor and got the COVID.
Oh my God Almighty!
Went to the harbor and got the COVID.
I sure hope you didn't put it in the carry-on.
Oh, man.
I think that's the perfect time to
Make
end
sure you
this.
check that variant before you come home, sweetheart.
All right, everybody, thank you for joining. It's been fun. Kyle, shut up.